Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 12. I finally got the numbering figured out. Oh, there she's online.
Yeah, last time it was episode Who Knows.
Yeah, now it's episode 12. I figured it out because I've been spending a lot of time on YouTube the past couple days.
Wow,
Can
12.
someone else invite Elizabeth? If not, then I will do a very quick.
I got it.
Okay. So she's coming, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Theoretically, if she doesn't go away.
Okay. So we're going to have to redo all of the camera stuff. We're just going to do that live, see, because it's all crazy and messed up right now. But we're going to make
because
it work.
Elizabeth ruined everything.
I'm sorry.
Everything. Everyone's in the wrong place. Nobody knows what's going on. That's all right.
And it's all your
fault. We'll make it work. Let's see here. Edit. So while I am fixing cameras, which is going to take me a little while, why don't y'all tell me what you are doing, how you're doing, what's up? Tell me all the things.
Well, I'm back in Japan.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
My sister was visiting, but she left.
A coincidence.
Skype, I need you.
My crazy ass found a 10-pound ham on sale for $10, so I have now 9 more pounds of ham than I know what to do with.
Wow. Didn't you do that recently and I took half of your ham? And by recently I mean 3 years ago.
I meant recently as in 2 months ago, so
Well,
no,
I know,
2 years, a year ago.
At some point.
Yes, I have done this multiple times. I have a ham problem.
I took half your ham. I remember this vividly.
But you got the good ham, because that was the one that came straight from the University Ag Science Butcher Shop.
Yes, that was a good ham. I agree with that statement.
This is the one that came from Aldi.
You have an Aldi out there?
I don't even know what that is.
I have more than one.
Oh my gosh.
What's
That's
Aldi?
amazing.
Tell me the things.
Okay. It's this amazing German grocery store that just sells cheap stuff, and it's Costco,
Okay.
but not Costco.
Mini Costco. Random
Yeah.
shit. You never know what you're going to find. It's a discount grocer.
I have a Caldi, which sells all sorts of international food that I can't get in other places in Japan. So I get things like Betty Crocker cake mixes there. Can you find
It's
peanut
important to
butter?
have a good supply of
I'm
those.
glad that you are able to find those, although I still don't understand why you need.
Well,
I'm gonna have this
I
argument with every single person in the world who uses cake mixes, just every time.
do that less so now. I do make more cakes from scratch because it's cheaper.
Okay. Yeah, and it's like super easy. It hardly adds anything. This is why I have the argument with
Kara
everybody I
says
know.
cakes are easy because Kara was not there for the Grand Flaming Cake incident.
Oh,
dear.
no, I was not. Oh, what this refers to.
That would be the second fire in
Yay,
my
2
oven.
down, 3 to go.
Woo!
I think Elizabeth
And
actually
that's
was
only
playing
on
with
this
me at the
camera
time.
set. When we get to the game one, we're gonna have to do all this again.
Hey,
I'm
balls.
sorry.
It's all your fault.
Oh, it's still worth
I-
it to have people though.
No, it's great. I'm totally fine. I'm not mad. I just think it's funny.
Hi.
Hi.
Ah, I screwed up. Plus, I keep screwing up, and that doesn't help. No,
And Dog is
no,
currently
I don't
mad
want all
because
the
one of his
things.
toys is stuck under the furniture and he can't get it out.
Oh,
So he's pitching a canine temper tantrum.
Times.
I'm sad that I can't watch the kitty on Dan's screen because it is over at our parents' house right now.
Well, what'd you do that for?
He needed some vet visits, and the vet is closer to our parents' house.
Oh.
What's wrong?
He has arthritis,
Oh.
but it looks like it's being treated and working well, so I'm glad.
And apparently minor kidney issues.
Ooh.
It happens.
I totally did.
But minor and controllable.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a huge issue.
Oh, that's good. Definitely had pets died of that, and it's a very sad thing.
That's what my previous cat actually died from.
Oh no.
I think it's pretty common in cats.
It is.
Tend to dehydrate themselves.
I spelled it right, you boob.
Oh, and later today, I might get to see myself on the big screen.
Not just
'Cause, like-
name yourself.
No, not just my name, myself. Because a while ago, I was an extra. I went to go film as an extra for a movie, and so assuming I haven't been cut out of it, I should be
Ooh,
visible.
that big screen. Woohoo!
Yeah,
That's
I should be
crazy.
in the background for a scene in a movie, and I'm gonna go see that later today and see whether I can find myself.
Nice.
That'll be
Elizabeth, say
exciting.
something.
Now
Oh.
I'm just surrounded by famous people.
That's all I
Can you
needed.
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just, I needed to know where the little blue thing ended.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all.
I have been. Oh, so I've been thoroughly pissed off by my 10-year high school reunion so far.
He dog, no sheep. No sheep. Abort sheep.
Also, we can only see
So-
your forehead.
Oh, we can only see. Okay, all right. Let me
That's
correct. There we go.
So what's
You
happening
know.
with your 10-year reunion?
So they're like starting to plan it, right? They're starting to plan it, and then
Mhm.
like they like set up a surprise like meeting a week ago,
Mhm.
and they're like, well, only 4 people showed up, so I don't think we're gonna be able to do it because we're 4 people and we have a family and kids. So I'm like, God damn it! Like, people, have you not like set up a party before? Like, you can do it with like 17,000 kids and set up a party. We just want a barbecue. And
It's not that complicated.
I mean, like, ooh. And here I am pissed. So I'm like, okay, well, let's do this. Like, okay, we need to get people in that aren't just from North Idaho anymore. Let's get the long distance people in there. Oh my god.
Hey, at least you're like doing a 10-year reunion. I honestly don't think my class ever did. Like, I never heard a peep about it. So either they didn't do it or they totally, like, purposefully did not include me in the 10-year reunion.
I
think it's
actively
the format.
avoided mine.
Well, I didn't
Yeah,
want to
I'm
go
with
anyway,
Dan.
so I was fine with it, but I don't think it happened.
I went
That
to
was
mine and
good.
it was terrible, and I skipped out partway through with like 3 other people, and that part was pretty fun.
I called the 2 people from high school I still cared about and said, "Hi, I'm not coming. Still love you though."
My high school really enjoyed partying, so we had a good old time. We were at a winery and we had kegs also, and once we drank all of that dry, we had backup cases of beer that our class president brought in her car.
Wow.
And then once they kicked us out, we went to the nearest like bar large enough for most of us. Like half the party kept going. It was great.
Wow.
I will take your advice in planning it at a winery or a brewery.
It was seriously like a mobile barbecue thing, some kegs, and at a winery, and it was fine. It was great. It was amazing.
Dude, I know a brewer too. Gosh, this is awesome. We got
No
this.
way, this could go badly.
It can go really badly.
Yes, we can.
You're making suddenly a dangerous 10-year reunion.
Wait, I did unmute
Yes.
myself. Okay.
Okay.
I like your idea.
You know what,
I
guys?
think-
Actually, since we're just talking anyway, I'm going to take this opportunity to fix the other cameras as well. You guys can keep
Okay.
while I do that.
I
Okay.
can get that done.
Actually, it's not.
I think I have temporarily solved my sheep crisis, so
That's good.
I have a piece of bread that I want to eat, and I've lost it. So I'm gonna go try and find my bread, and I'll be right back.
Oh, how do you lose bread?
well, I don't know, but I'm sure I could pull it off too.
This
I
is a
know how you
question
lose
for the
bread.
ages.
I know how you lose bread. You drop it, and then you're like, or you put it in another room, like all my water glasses. This is why I have 6 water glasses.
Well, I mean,
Or why
water
every time I work
glasses,
from home, I
understand.
bring like 6 pens back to work because I accidentally put them in my hair and bring them home.
Pens I also understand. Red. That's a little harder to
She can
understand.
lose anything.
Oh, I've changed everything about this.
Yeah,
Figured out anything?
I'm pretty sure I could.
Have you
manage it.
figured out anything you left behind yet?
Me?
Yes.
Possibly my crocheted degu, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it was an individually wrapped piece of bread that was in my purse, and it is squished.
Individually wrapped bread is a thing?
Well, this is Japan. Individually wrapped everything is a
Oh,
thing.
okay,
It's
fair
a this
enough.
type
Oh.
of bread, and it is super squished, and I'm gonna eat it anyway.
I mean, it shouldn't
Laura, you
change
might
the
be my
bread.
spirit animal.
Amanda, you're just gonna have a line next to you fixing it.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm always out of line anyway.
We'll fix it. Okay.
You
Awesome.
missed me.
That's not the one I
connected.
wanted. Where's the one I wanted? There it is. It's name drawn now, but that's okay. Okay,
It is
so
so
now
cool.
that I finally have the cameras put together after our last minute edition, yay, Elizabeth is here.
Yay!
Purple hair.
No, that's just the light with my hair.
Okay,
I
it's like,
have-
wait, did you dye your hair purple?
No, I don't.
It happens.
I could.
If you did, I would
But-
want to be like part of that adventure. Because I really want to dye my hair purple, but I feel like I should wait till I have a job.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe,
Yeah,
not,
and then
maybe nobody cares anymore.
Stupid adulting rules.
Right? I mean, I'm not getting a job anyway, so maybe I should just dye my hair purple.
That's true. Maybe you should just go for it.
It's not going to hurt anything at this point.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to do red. Remember, I want to do like the red again, like I had.
Oh.
Yeah, that was good. I like that. It faded way too soon, though.
I know,
Was sad.
that's a problem with red. It does that.
Yeah, but it's just so nice. Red's a fun color.
Hello. Why is your
Yeah,
tongue in my
yeah,
mouth?
red is good. Okay. So now that I think everything is functional, are we ready to get into the game, or do y'all have anything else you want to talk about? Or you can talk about things if you
Excuse
want.
me. You have literally been sleeping for the past 4 hours. Why are you awake now?
Because you're talking.
You should have
That's
kept him.
what
You
Drake
should have
does.
kept him awake.
Actually, he's sleeping right now for the first. Now I just woke him up because I'm real smart.
Ah, see, you. Good job. Stop.
All right. So,
Immediately interesting.
what I want from each of you, because it's been a little while and some people might be confused about the different reactions that you're getting from the people at Sanctuary, I want each of you to describe your physical appearance of your character, obviously, because you're your person. And yeah, just remind everybody what you look like in the game.
Oh.
Are we in order?
I don't care, whatever order you want.
Oh, that's always a problem.
Laura, go first. Ronya.
Okay. I'm Ronya, and I am a very, very, very small person now, and I'm blonde with big blue eyes, and look pretty Scandinavian, and carry a guitar around a lot. That's probably kind of bigger than me at this point, but whatever.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. Maybe you need a banjo. Okay, James, what do you look like?
I'm thinking probably tall, fit. I'm guessing ridiculously good looking because that is the only explanation I have for why my charisma is so high.
What color hair do you have?
Brown.
Okay. What color eyes? Make me think.
Yes, I don't like thinking
Well,
about
I don't
this.
have your description, so it's important in some cases to know what people look like.
No, it isn't.
It is in the area you're at right now. We'll just put it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Pew, what do you look like?
I'm a like average size woman who is Asian with black hair. She's got green eyes. I don't know how, but she's green eyes, and she has black hair that's pretty long and it's in a bun. And she's wearing a fur coat and with like one of those like this kind of like this polo thing underneath it, like one
And
of
it's
those
black.
fake fur. And it's black,
Everything is black.
and her everything is black, just everything, even the boots, which are combat boots, and they're black. Everything is black.
Okay, Sarah, I am going in order. I'm just going in a ring around you guys' cameras. What do you look like?
That's fair. I am slightly smaller than I used to be. Not quite as tiny as Ronya, but definitely on the short side. Blonde hair, well, blondish, like dirty blonde, light brown, and a ponytail, hazel eyes. I have a very large staff that I'm carrying right now.
Or branch, as the case may be.
Well, I've like taken the bark off. It's still a stick, but it's
Okay. It now looks like a staff.
I've jazzed it up a little bit.
Okay. All right, what about you, Rusty?
I'm a tallish, not quite as tall as Card, but tallish, pretty, not super skinny, but kind of on the slight side. Half human, not human like my little thing says under my picture.
Oh, I did.
I'm a half elf,
Sorry.
which I've probably got like a beanie on right now because it's like Seattle spring weather. But yeah, dark hair, dark brown, black hair, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's like a bunch of things I need to fix. I also need to fix Pew's name. One of these days, I will fix the things. I was too busy playing with Roll20 the past few days to remember graphics. Anyway, cool. Okay, so that's what everybody looks like. That's their names, and some of their races are right, some of them aren't right, but they all told you the right one. Or they just said they're really short. And what happened last week? Who wants to tell us, remind us what happened last week? Catch Ronya up.
We made it
Hang out with
Sanctuary.
horses. Yeah.
Is that
We
where
made-
we're
Which
going?
is apparently the place we were headed to in the first place, but we didn't know it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't drink alcohol, which is a bummer because we just found alcohol.
So-
Oh, yeah,
Rusty
forgot.
I remember
raided a frat
that-
boy's car.
Yeah, I stopped at a frat car full of frat boys and popped open the trunk and found some vodka and beer and weed. But I didn't show anybody the weed. I just pocketed it. I figured Pew saw. She was standing right there.
Yeah, I saw. I'm aware. I'm aware what's up.
Really disguising them.
Sorry.
That's
I'm updating my spell sheet. It's being a butt, so I'm gonna stop.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so maybe in a slightly more organized manner, I will catch us up.
Okay.
Well, and then and I'm gonna be a front desk person. I remember that. That's what's gonna happen.
With
And
Artie.
I've got and then I got some sketchy looks from that one guy. What's his name? I
Jeff?
forgot his name. Jeff. I got some sketchy looks from Jeff. Like, oh, you shouldn't be here. Like, you're Asian. That's the looks I got. I felt like.
That was your interpretation
Oh.
of the looks, yeah?
And
Since you didn't
Let's see,
roll an
they're-
insight check, you don't really know what he's thinking, just your interpretation, but okay.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
most of us, when we checked in, gave false aliases.
And my name is Patricia.
And this has still been the most confusing catch-up I have ever heard.
Yeah, I'm really lost.
Okay, so
Alright.
to put it all in order, so we were still camped. We had just at the start of the session we had just rested after rescuing the captives, getting James and Riverwild out of that stupid hole in the ground.
Yes.
The next
Oh, yeah,
morning, after resting up and leveling up, we went in, cleared out the last guy in there, found the backpacks of the two ladies we had saved,
And we
along
still
with
have a
James.
few little trinkets
And we
that
found
we
some-
picked up in there that we haven't actually
Yeah,
examined.
we found some things that James has that we didn't stop and take a look at yet. So after that, we got back on the road, went along for a while, saw what looked like a crater with like this
Yeah, the
purple crystal
crystal.
thing sticking out of it.
That Pew just
And-
had to go poke.
Went over towards it, and we're looking around, and Pew slid down into the crater and touched the crystal, and it didn't do anything. And I think that was all pretty much there. And then
Okay.
kept going. We camped at some point, and nothing really happened. And then turned off to Wellington the next day after I looted a car for some vice fuel.
He was
And
really insistent.
yeah, she
God.
was. I
She
mean,
was starting to
I
whine.
know why, but Rusty doesn't know why. But yeah, and so we turned off, went up to Wellington. The town was empty. We found a trail, heard some music off the trail out in the woods somewhere, but didn't go investigate it. And then kept going and got to Sanctuary, and then checked in. I think we left Ronya outside with the horses, and then the rest of us checked in and met Jeff. And I think that's where
Met
we're
Artie
at.
first, yeah.
Yeah, we met Artie, who was checking us in, who was not the brightest, and then we met Jeff, who's like, next level up in charge.
One below
seems.
is Steve Smith, the big boss dude, who's running this shit.
Yeah, and we got names for some of the other people that are like Jeff. I wrote them down somewhere.
Yeah, I have him. Oh crap! That's on my
And-
other laptop.
Riley Welch, Matt Grand, and Jeff Warden. Those are the three names I have.
Yep, perfect.
And I have that I am Alice Carter. She is Patricia Ing. Rusty is going as Scott Hansen, and Card is Card because Card is Card.
And Ronia has not yet been checked in. One of the things that you got from both Artie and Jeff is that everybody is expected to work. If you're going to be here, you have to be part of the community and contribute to the community. Rules are fairly simple, basically like follow the law as it normally stands, hence the no drinking for our underage children.
Be a good society member.
Be a good society member, don't get in fights. Pretty basic rules all in all. They don't have enough housing for everybody, so you guys are going to have to live in the tent city. But actually, they'll probably explain all this to you anyway because you weren't there when they got all the rules.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, so we left off with Jeff welcoming you to Sanctuary and you guys leaving the room that he was in, presumably to go back to Ronya.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go back
Wander
to
outside?
Ronya.
Yeah, let's
think
go.
we're
Let's
gonna
go back to the
try to-
horses.
Stable the
Yeah.
horses and then set up camp.
Well, let's set up camp first because they have all our stuff on them.
That's true, because
Yeah.
our camp is on the horse.
Yeah, and let's get Ronya checked in. So, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So you make your way back outside of the commons, which is the room, or the main building. And Ronya's, I assume, still there patiently watching the horses.
Patiently.
I don't know, maybe not patiently. She's
So
probably
Elizabeth
playing
and the
her
other
guitar,
girl.
and she's got a little bit of a group of people watching her, little audience. Annalise and Elizabeth went with you, so they're still in the commons. Branched off after the check-in when you went to go see Jeff.
Let's see, we went to go see Jeff because we asked where to staple the horses and Artie looked at us like we had
And
horns.
Artie was clueless.
Or high. We're not sure which.
All right. So
Okay.
I'm waiting for you guys then.
Yeah. I guess we walk up, and when you finish playing for people, I'm not going to interrupt.
That's kind.
Then I'll tell you, hey, we're checked in.
Who's it
Head
kind
over.
to? Her or the audience?
Oh,
All right. So do I need to go check it? This is an official check-in place?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I can go with you to go get checked in. 'Cause
that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, why
yeah.
not?
Well, we have like at least one or two of us go in, right?
And the rest of us can set up camp.
Okay.
We'll be just
Okay.
over there in the field.
Okay. I'll
Yeah, there's
lead
like a
you
big
to
tent
where.
city field. Right out.
We'll be the tents with the horses next to them.
Yeah. Let's get the horses in, and then I'll take Ronya. We'll go in and go get checked in. Oh, and I'm Patricia.
You're
Remember?
Patricia.
Remember
Um,
that.
Okay.
And while we're here, I am Alice Carter.
My name's Scott.
This is a lot of names to remember, guys.
It'll be fine. We'll go over it later.
All right.
You'll remember.
So are you guys, I assume, trying to be a little bit stealthy about your name telling?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yes.
Baby, let's roll.
Yeah, why don't you all roll, I don't know, stealth. See if you're quiet about your subtle or whatever. Because right now it's clear that you are not talking about your normal names. Everybody who was
I'm talking about my normal name.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
talking
know
about
if
your
I'm.
normal name. Clearly, you have no problem there. Okay.
Am I talking about my normal name? No, I'm
No.
not talking.
All right, so so half of you veer off to go set up camp, and is it just Pew and Ronya going back in?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go back in. Artie is happy to see you, a little bit confused, and checks you in, Ronya. What name are you going to use?
What was that?
That was your name
Okay.
selection.
Right.
Just like
Okay
that.
then. Okay, I'm gonna be Harriet Mall.
Okay, roll a deception check.
Okay. Just a moment.
Okay.
Ooh.
I like her better.
All right, so Artie sort of writes it down. Okay, Harriet, got it. You're with her, so I assume you know all the rules and what's going on and what you're supposed to do and where you're supposed to live and all that.
More or less, I'm sure they'll catch me up on everything else if I miss something.
Okay, what kind of job do you want to do? Do you know?
job. Yeah. Do you have a use for a musician of any kind?
I don't know, write it down, maybe.
Okay.
Come back tomorrow and someone will figure out what's going on. Probably, I don't know, since sometimes the TV doesn't. People get bored.
All right.
I'm not in charge of creating the jobs. I just write down what people want to do. That's what I do.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I can do that.
Good luck. Welcome to Sanctuary.
Thanks. So, should we go back to our camp?
Yeah, let's go back. Well, let's help them out and get it all set up.
I was gonna say we don't have a camp yet.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
meanwhile, the rest of you didn't take very long, so you catch up probably before they even find a camp. Go try to find some open ground, presumably in the tent area, to set up camp. And it's actually pretty full. Like, there are a lot of tents here, but you do manage to find a little space that would pretty easily fit your little group. But you wouldn't have a lot of area to the sides. You just kind of
Not a lot of privacy.
He really wants me to throw his twisty habit. Oh, there it is. Ready? And you get your tent set up, no problem. Horses stabled. Is there anything else you want to do? It's like getting to be evening at this point.
Are there people like out and about walking
Oh
around?
yeah, there's people
Can we
everywhere.
like wander for a tour?
Yeah, kind of get familiar with the area,
Okay.
and look around and see if there's any funny looking folks here, like other dwarves or short people, or I don't know, fire newts or frog people or anything.
Yeah, who knows?
Because
Yeah,
they're
what we've
big.
seen up till now.
So, yeah, roll investigation checks. Those of you who want to
Okay.
sort of get a feel for what's going on and who's around. Okay, Rusty the super roller. Oh, and Ronnie the super roller. So, both of you, without nearly as much trouble as you're going to look, managed to see that there are a plethora of people here of various sizes, heights. There aren't very many that don't look like normal humans, but there definitely are some. There are some that are really short, like Ronya. There's some that look more like Sarah. And there are very few. You see a lot of people are wearing hats because, you know, it's kind of chilly. But every now and then you do see some ears that kind of look like yours, Rusty. You don't see anything that looks too outrageous. Like, there aren't different sort of species. Like, you don't see any fire people. You don't see any frog people. You don't see anyone that looks too different. But they all, I mean, not all, but there are definitely some people that look like they have changed a little bit, probably.
And how about of all these folks, having noticed how he looked at Pew earlier, how many are white versus other races of folks?
So most people are white, but there are definitely people who are not. There are some Asian people, there's some black people, there's some probably Hispanic-looking people. It's kind of like a little area of all the people gathering in harmony, from the looks of it.
Okay.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, sanctuary. It looks a lot like
people-
the name and like implies. And people
Do
seem to
people-
be mostly happy. I mean, some people aren't.
Okay.
Some people look crabby because people are people. But for the most part, people look like they're doing okay. You know, they're finishing their work if they did sort of day jobs or coming back. They're talking to each other. A lot of them are going into the commons to get some dinner. By and large, things seem pretty chill. Other than you do still notice that there still are some snipers on the rooftop.
And it wasn't technology not working
Yeah, you were.
as we approached? Yeah. Okay. Just double checking.
Yeah, because we spent some time educating Annalise on that.
Right. Yeah. The mini cleric.
I'd like to know if people here know about that without making it obvious. if they don't already.
that people do
Yeah,
things.
I guess keeping an eye out to see if there's other people magicking.
Okay. You don't see any really obvious stuff going on. If you're not like asking people, if you're just walking around and watching, you don't see anything that clearly looks like it's magic.
I mean, we're also not clearly doing magic right now either.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And the snipers, we decided were on the bluish buildings?
Yeah, and they're not on all of them, but there are 3 of them up, like some of the blue buildings, like 15, 17, and 13.
Hey guys, do we know
if you watch
why?
after a while, like they kind of between them.
What are they up there for?
Probably to keep the peace.
No.
I don't think we've asked yet.
Do we want to ask?
Kind of creepy.
Or are we supposed to not notice them?
They're pretty well hidden. The only reason you notice them is because they were pointed out to you by whichever one of you barely caught a glimpse of them the first time.
I feel like it was me.
Yeah, it was either Sarah or me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was one of us that caught a glimpse of a rifle shining.
Yeah.
I don't think we should ask about them. I don't think we're supposed to know. I still get a bad vibe off this sanctuary. It's just a little too convenient that everybody knew about it, and it's too perfect.
Yeah. Do we have reason to suspect that this is in fact where we were sent?
The
Location's pretty close.
Yeah, I think we confirmed it last time, didn't we?
It was trail off of Wellington. That was a few miles past Wellington.
I think this goes like back to session 2, but I think Ronya had the brochure thing that Leo gave us.
Oh yeah, we did have a brochure. So
we
I'll
can
dig that out and look at
match
it.
against, compare that with where we're at, I guess.
Yeah, so
I'm going to look over her shoulder at this curiously.
Yeah, the brochure is actually not for Sanctuary. It's for something called Action Movement. And it has some sort of overtones that you would assume to be sort of a white supremacist group. Like there aren't actual Confederate flags, but there's kind of the feeling of a Confederate flag. Various things along those lines. And the directions to Action Movement seem to be the same as the way that you came. Like you go to Wellington, and then there's a trail from Wellington. You watch for the 3 slashes in the trees. Follow those.
Oh, and Ronya would be aware, but during last session, one of the things with the people we rescued that were traveling with us and the other people we asked on the way, nobody seemed to know where they found out about Sanctuary. It was one of the things that we
You've still been pushing that issue.
Okay,
That's
so
what I don't
they
like.
know about it, but they don't recall having a conversation where they first heard about it or something.
Yeah, like everyone we've asked can tell us that it was Joe. No, I think it was Bob. No, it was one of our friends that mentioned it. It was,
Okay.
I think I saw it somewhere. Yeah, like it. Everybody's heard of it, but nobody can pinpoint when and where.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
is
that's
what
weird.
falls under the category of too convenient for me.
Yeah. Well, also because we were sent here in the first place because it's supposed to be a pretty bad major threat. So I would be very, very hyper vigilant.
But it might be a good idea to look like we're not.
Well, yeah.
But I
All
don't
right.
think we should ask about the snipers.
So is it late night at this point, or is it still kind of daytime?
Yeah, I mean, if you've been walking around for a while, it's however long you guys have been walking around for. It could certainly be night if you sort of really toured the area and got a feel for it. There are a number of little buildings that you suspect are probably like sort of family housing or something. Maybe the commanders sort of type live in the different specific individual houses. There's the big sort of barracks areas that they're adding on to while they've been working on.
Which one are those again? I know we mentioned them.
Let me remember. So the pink and yellow ones are the little houses, like
Okay.
whoever they belong to, and the green, other than the one by the road, which is a big field, And the commons, obviously, are like dorms, and then some of the blue ones are also dorms.
Okay.
Big sort of communal housing, not necessarily all dorms. Like some of them that you can see are older, are more like apartment building type things. Like they're sort of more spread out, but then like the new ones are just like huge, just like a roof with a whole lot of beds in it.
Bunkhouse.
Things have been growing rapidly. You can definitely tell that it has just like exploded in size very recently.
Classic, just get as many people under a roof as possible so
Yeah.
they're not out in the weather.
Exactly.
Refugee camp.
Okay.
It doesn't really quite have that feel, but it kind of does.
No, it's a sanctuary.
Yeah, it's a sanctuary. Okay, yeah, so Night Falls, if you guys are done touring around, it's nighttime.
Yep.
I've already made camp, so you can just go to bed. Do you just all want to go to bed or do anything different than usual?
Feel like it would still be good to set a watch just because we don't know quite what's going on right now.
I think we should be subtle about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, someone could just sit up reading. You know, we could take turns just like reading or just acting like we're hanging out and can't sleep or something. We don't have to be like really obvious.
Yeah, I like that plan.
Okay.
And you guys can have a little campfire, like there's kind of a communal firewood source.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
Frosty's out.
What? Yeah. No, I was game to stay up on watch. Yeah.
Oh, you're yawning.
okay, yeah, I could go first.
Okay. I'll go second.
I'll go third.
I'll go last. Because I have to be up at 7, so I'll go last.
Y'all just like make it into 4 even though there's 5 of you. That's always amusing.
Yeah.
Okay, so James just gets to sleep or join someone, whatever he wants to do.
I think we had a couple nights too many while he was in the cave.
Yeah,
that
now just
that
got
was
really used to being the 4.
Yeah, that
We
was
just
the rotation.
automatically forget about James.
Okay, so you all go to bed. And I don't even have my dice, so I guess I gotta do things to myself. How do I whisper a roll to myself? I just hit whisper.
DM roll / DM roll. I don't know if that'll work. I've never tried it.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. You guys see it? No,
That was a
it's not
lot
it.
of disguise cells.
DM roll. And... No, I don't know. Whatever.
I will say while you're doing this, I'm gonna carve a spoon with one of my daggers while I'm sitting around on watch, like just
Why
kind of
not?
idly, like I'm doing something innocent, but also kind of seeing if I can make a spoon.
Because why not, right?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So you proceed. Make a tinkering thing.
I'm not proficient in it, so it'd probably just be dexterity.
Yeah, that would just be the same as proficient X. Okay. Managed to get the start to a passable spoon. Certainly not done because it takes a long time to whittle a spoon, but you know, you've got
Spoonish.
like a block whittled down. It kind of almost has a curve on one side. Getting there.
Sweet.
And
Do I notice anything going on?
people have all bedded down. You don't really notice that many people are sort of keeping watch. There are a couple people that seem to be, but for the most part, everyone's just sleeping. Everyone seems comfortable. Roll a perception check while you're whittling.
Spoon.
You notice a couple people. Like I said, that's about all you notice. And did you have third watch?
Yeah.
Okay, so sometime during your watch, towards the end of it, you hear coming from the woods to the north, like kind of a distance away, a scream, like a really wrenching scream that sort of sounds like a woman's scream, but not exactly, maybe, but definitely you hear it, and it continues for like a while, like longer than a scream normally would.
Yeah, I wake some folks up as soon as I hear that.
Yeah, and people are waking up. Like all around, you hear kids start crying, babies start
Yeah,
crying. Like it's definitely disturbed camp.
Do you guys want to go check it out? And the first thing I'm doing after I wake them up is watching to see if there's anybody running to go check it out.
Yeah,
No.
that's.
Roll an investigation check. Okay. So as you're sort of watching people, maybe waking up your companions, you note that they seem to be sort of used to this. Like even though it's disturbed camp, like people are kind of shushing the kids and kind of grumbling amongst themselves to each other and going back to bed, as far as you can tell. Like there doesn't seem to be a lot of uproar.
Well, I want to go figure out
I
what's
was
going
gonna say,
on.
is there anyone near us
There's
Yeah,
like we're
that's-
wedged in with lots of people.
that's
Yeah.
like obviously awake?
Lots of people are awake, but most of them haven't like come out of their tents. You just saw some lights come. Hear people kind of grumbling.
Okay, but nobody.
Wait,
out of the
are
tent,
lights
I would
coming on
say.
even though it's magic-y and not
That's
tech?
true. Lights are not coming on. You just hear people.
Just check it.
Good point. I forgot it was magic. Nobody like makes the effort to light a candle that you can see directly around you.
I worry that even like whispering, people will be able to hear nearby. So I'll kind of mouth to the gathered awake people like a sort of like WTF look with like circling my finger around like what the, but not saying any words that anyone could hear.
I'm just gonna like shrug and shake my head. And...
I'm getting up and getting ready to go look at what it is. Like I'm.
Yeah, I'm
as
also
much
gonna
as
grab for
walking
my
towards
staff,
it.
kind of like clutching that.
Yeah, I'm like as much as already practically just walking towards it right now because I hear a scream. I'm running to go see what's going on.
I'll go with them.
Yeah,
Be sneaky.
I'm gonna stay put because I am not sure about what's going on. Even though I know there's a scream, but there's part of me that's like, but no, we don't want to leave. We don't want to show that we like will go after things. So
I haven't heard any reason to tell me that I can't. I'm in a place where there are nice people, and I heard a scream. I'm gonna go help, like a good person would do. So running off to do so.
Okay. It is like 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and it was quite a ways away.
Okay.
So you're heading out, you're weaving in amongst the tents until you get to the road, or the trails, they're not really roads, and make your way out of the valley and into the forest. And roll survival check.
Okay.
The scream has stopped, by the way. Like it happened for a little while and it's gone now. Okay.
Well, there you go.
So Nicole is going with Ronya into the forest.
I went with her.
Okay. And what else?
I didn't.
Did he wake me up?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he woke everyone up.
Okay. Then I will go.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. As you guys
I'm
are like making your way into the forest, you
I'm gonna stay with Pew.
okay. You hear somebody sort of yell, like not loudly, but just towards you from somewhere back in the camp. He's like, "Hey, where are you guys headed?"
I heard someone in trouble.
Oh, it's been happening every night for like weeks. I don't think it's anything you have to really worry about.
But it sounded like someone was really hurt.
I mean, maybe, but if they're hurt at the same time every night, that you can go. I just wanted to let you know that it's definitely a regular occurrence. So we worried about it at first, but we couldn't find anything. So
Okay, well, thanks. Well, I don't feel good not looking, so
okay,
I'll let you know if I find anything.
all right. And like the door to one of the houses.
Okay.
And you make your way into the forest. It is really dark in the forest. Super dark. It's very hard to find your way anywhere. But you manage to follow the direction that you think the scream was coming from. And on for like a ways. It was a long way away. And eventually you notice ahead of you like a little bit of a clearing with some, again, sort of like how there were like random ruins in a couple places that didn't really fit. You see that
Oh, okay.
ahead of you again.
Mhm. So like the plants and stuff don't quite match right around them and everything.
Right, and there's like old rock ruins.
Okay.
Place where there shouldn't
Of a non-Seattle type
old rock
already.
ruins, yeah.
Is it lit up or anything?
No, it's dark.
Okay.
I mean, I
Going.
can kind of see, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see in a lot of places the rest of us can't.
yeah. Yeah, to Ronya, it's pitch black. She's just following
Okay.
the memory of a saint.
I will very quietly tell them, stay put for a sec. I'll go take a look real quick at these and come back. And I'll sneak up and take a look around. Not like going in, but cautiously going up and seeing if I see anyone in there.
Okay, roll a stealth check. I really wish I had my dice, but whatever.
I could give you mine, but that wouldn't really work.
I mean, I have them. They're right behind me. I just don't remember how to whisper rules to myself. Okay, so you approach the area very, very quietly, and you kind of work your way around, and you see kind of behind one of the buildings this vaguely sort of transparent form that looks sort of humanoid, but is definitely see-through. And it
That's weird.
is kind of just floating in an area, like kind of just in a little area, like it's just kind of staying there, and it's kind of wringing its hands a little bit, but it's hard to really make out the details because it's dark and it's transparent.
Yeah, that's messed up. I'm gonna go back to those two and say, I just saw like a see-through ghost thing. I don't really want to go mess with it. Maybe we come back when we've got all of us, but that's pretty screwed up.
Is it what screamed?
I mean, it's not making noise now, so I don't know, but that's screwed up. We can find our way back here during the day, maybe, and see if it is,
I just call out, "Are you okay?"
Oh, and she just made some noise.
Okay. So you hear a unearthly, now that you're close, scream that is sort of terrifying. Like it innately kind of grabs your chest, like how you kind of get that like throat closing up thing when you're really scared. Like you hear it and it kind of does that to you. And then from around, you can't see, it's dark. Rusty, from around the building, you see this ghost-like figure come around to look at you guys.
Now you've done it.
Uh-oh. Now you've done
And
it.
I want everybody to roll initiative.
Oh dear. Sorry.
Can you guys see that I typed something to myself?
We can
No.
see that you rolled. I can't see that you typed.
You might,
Okay.
if you want to have it track
Did
our
you-
initiative, you're gonna have to put us all on a
Ooh,
screen.
Nat 20.
That's right. Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Like gravy, Rusty.
All of you
Yep.
will be there. Well, here, I'll just put you all on the map now, actually, because it's there. So yeah, that's kind of what the little ruins area looks like. Perfect. And you see, let's see, where is she? Now I've lost her. Hey. Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong screen. She doesn't show up on the player screen. That's why I've lost her.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know so you guys came in from the south, so you're probably in the tree line sort of to the south. Would be my guess, those of you who are here.
Okay.
Yep.
Also, I have no control over my own character yet.
Really?
Correct. I do not.
Does everybody not?
I do. I can move mine.
Well, isn't Card a special critter?
I
Are you-
can move you. Let's see if I can figure out how to settings. Represents. Oh, it switched who it represents again for some reason.
So one of us could have moved him?
David,
That could have been fun.
David could have if he were here. So can you have control of your character again?
So I do.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So yeah, so you see this ghostly figure in front of you. She's kind of wearing this long, tattered, clear dress. Oh, I haven't done the timer thing. Okay, we got one in there. And it's kind of floating behind her. It's clearly her ghost, Rusty. You can tell. The others is just dark. There's a little bit of like moonlight kind of coming, or like moon starlight, but it's really muted by clouds and tree cover, and it's very hard to see.
How far into the woods did we go?
A long way, like a mile or more.
Okay. In my first, I rolled a 27.
Okay. Yeah, let me see. Can I just... No.
Come on.
Whatever, we'll just do it. There's only 4 things around. Okay. So...
Okay.
That's me. I don't know how to do, actually. I'll just roll. That's one thing I don't actually know how to do from an NPC sheet. Roll 1d20. Okay, yeah, you're first.
Sweet. I'm gonna say as I draw my weapons, light up your bracelet so you can see. And
Yeah,
then
that was totally my plan. Yeah.
just run over and stab.
Okay.
Leave it to Rusty to just stab the ghost.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. Roll your stabs. Yeah, that hits.
Oh, I should roll sneak attack also.
Oh, because you always get sneak attack now, don't you?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
How does he always get sneak attack?
Because I'm a swashbuckler. Well, it's not
okay.
always, but on top of the other things, if I'm 1v1 in melee with something, like if nobody else is within 5 feet of me, I get sneak attack.
Okay.
Ooh.
But then you also get sneak attack if someone else is within 5 feet of the target. So
So basically, the only way you don't is if someone is behind you.
Or
Gotcha.
if there's 2 targets in front of me.
Yeah,
Oh,
double
okay.
bad guys.
And yeah, your second.
So I think the +1 on that is if you count the critical. I think that's what it's for.
Oh, okay.
So it's just 2 because I don't get a bonus.
Okay, so you stab, and it definitely, like, you stab, and it does, you hit it, but you kind of, like, your daggers feel almost like they just sort of go through the ghost without doing much. Like, they grab a little bit of it, but not, like, it's not substantial. So it's not really doing what you should be doing with your stabbing.
So am I doing nothing or am I doing a little?
It flinches a little bit, so you get the feeling that you're doing something, but you also get the feeling that you're kind of like just stabbing a cloud.
Cool. It's great. I'm gonna die. It's awesome. So that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. Ronya. Or
Um,
actually, no, it's its turn. Sorry, it has
Okay.
a +2 to Dex. Okay. So it sees you and attacks you with. Actually, I need all 3 of you to make a wisdom save. Should have done that when she first came out, when you first saw her, but forgot about it.
Is this
If
for
my wisdom were higher, I probably wouldn't have yelled at it in the first place. But
This might be
guess
a
it
good
doesn't
time to
help.
have had a
Fine.
cleric along
It's
with you.
clearly scary, like it's super scary, but you are able to like work past that fear and move towards it and do things. So it attacks you, Rusty, with a corrupting touch, which apparently is just to me.
That sounds totally sunshine and rainbows.
Doesn't it? And it hits you.
That sounds like something.
It hits
cool.
you, and you feel like the area around your arm where it touched you just like wither and die, and you take 14 points of necrotic damage.
That's like half my hit points.
And now it is.
Well, I mean, I was gonna ask again if it was okay, but now it appears to be attacking my friend. So
Your friend attacked it. Something definitely got attacked.
There's much angry.
Well, let's see. I just run up to Rusty.
Mm-hmm.
Although I suppose if I'm behind him, that's the only way he can't get a sneak attack, huh?
Well, you don't necessarily know this.
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, okay, I'm going up to him, and while I'm still calling out to the ghosty thing, because I'm just like, wait, what's going on? We were just trying to come to help, and then I also reach out to Rusty and try to cure him.
Okay.
So just a moment. Is this actually going to do anything, or do I still need to? Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you could put that in there. If you say it's an attack, then there's a heal option. Put that in.
Oh, okay. I'll set that up later. Yeah.
Attacking here?
Okay, so it's that plus. Wait, what's that plus again?
Spellcasting ability modified.
Okay, so it's that plus 4, so he gets 9 back.
Woo!
Oh, no, I do. Just okay. Okay, so you heal and you talk to the ghosty thing, and she turns her attention a little bit towards you. And
sorry, I forgot to mention I did also Lux my bracelet.
Okay, but you're like right. Okay. And now she's kind of looking at you. And James, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to move up there and slash at it.
Okay.
And where is it? Ah, there it is.
Okay, yeah, you hit.
And if I hit, then I'm also going to Divine Smite.
Okay.
Power smush.
Ah.
Okay. So you slash your long sword through it, and much like how Rusty felt like it was just kind of like slicing at a cloud, you kind of get the same feeling. Like it flinches a little bit, but it doesn't seem to really do much. On the other hand, when you bring down the Divine Smite, it definitely like makes contact with this thing.
That was the hope. But crappy rolls there.
Yeah, the worst roll for the thing that actually did something.
Oh.
Okay. And is that everything you're doing?
Yep.
Okay, Rusty.
I will swear at it a little bit, move around some,
That's helpful.
and then stab it some more.
Okay.
And then with my offhand.
Okay.
It's a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Cool.
Okay, so both of your attacks hit. Again, you're kind of stabbing at clouds, but maybe it's doing something.
Angry cloud.
Angry cloud. It's a really pissed off cloud now. And it,
Why is it so angry? I wanted to help.
well, and then Rusty went and stabbed it. It never got
I feel like
to
I've
do
seen
anything
this
but stand
before.
there. So it screams. It lets out a mournful wail. and I need you all to make Constitution saving throws again.
Constitution or wisdom?
Constitution or wisdom?
Constitution, I guess so. Not again. Constitution.
It's Constitution saving throw. Just a second. Where is that again? Do I just click on Constitution, or is there
fail.
another thing?
I got to AFK for just a sec. I'll be right
Okay,
back, though.
no worries. Okay. James, the sound of this wail is so, like, it just echoes in your head, and you take 8 points of psychic damage from it. Like, as it just, like, burns your head. Ronya, you and Rusty drop to the ground, unconscious.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
And we're gonna have to wait for a minute, or I will roll for Rusty. But I don't think he wants me to roll death saving throws for him.
Oh no.
Ronya, you may as well roll one. You've got a turn here. Go.
Okay, just a second. Did
An unfortunate game.
I roll it?
Yep. Good job. One
Okay,
success.
then.
Yay.
Yay!
Okay. Now we'll wait. Or no, now it's James's turn. You can go.
You know, I promise Ronya always has good intentions.
This may not have been a fight to come in charging with 3 people. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can grab both of them and just sort of drag them out.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check. See if you can
Dexterity?
capitalize this.
I'm
Yeah,
screwed.
Dexterity.
I was
Trying
hoping
to
it
grab
was,
2
you know,
people.
strength or athletics or something.
I know, but dexterity. Okay, roll a strength check.
Roll all the checks.
Okay, so you successfully managed to move them, but in the process, each of them takes 1 failed death save as the banshee kind of like swipes her claw across both of them.
Okay.
And because you didn't kind of like manage to maneuver them out of the way very well, but you did manage to move them. So you're now all.
Did Rusty make or fail his first one?
We don't know yet. It's not his turn.
Okay.
So you're all back a little ways.
All right. What did I die at?
You were at 0 hit points due to a scream.
Cool.
And then card help.
And it is now your turn to roll a death save. You're 1 down.
I'm not
because it
done
also
with
hit
my
you.
turn, by the way.
Oh, you're not done? Okay, continue on.
Well, I want to know what he does, whether he makes it or fails it first.
It's your turn. It's not his turn yet.
Yeah, I thought his turn was before mine.
Nope. He goes
What?
very first. He hasn't had a chance to go yet.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I took my second turn yet, so I'm laying on the ground with 0
okay.
hit points.
Yeah, it screamed and you just like went unconscious.
I'm going
I
to.
went unconscious or I died.
You went unconscious.
I am going to lay on hands, Ronya. You know, I'm already holding her because I'm grabbing her. So.
Okay. So presumably she's
Right.
over here also. With you.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll give her back, I don't know, 10 hit points.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
So Ronya, you flutter back to consciousness. You feel much better. Laying on the ground, you can still see the ghosty thing is kind of like right in front of you, but it's a little ways away now. James has dragged you away, and Rusty is laying also unconscious on the other side of him. Rusty, it's your turn.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh!
It's 2 fails.
Oh no!
Okay. And it makes its way forward towards James.
Dance face.
And attacks again. But it does not hit. It misses.
Yay!
Divine intervention.
It manages to not hit anybody. It just kind of like reaches for you, but you sort of dodge out of the way a little bit, kind of deflect it a little bit on your sword as it reaches for your
Now
arm.
he's got dexterity.
And who goes after it? Ronya, your turn.
I just sort of crawl between James's legs
Okay.
and cure Rusty.
Okay.
Oh. He gets 6 hit points.
Okay. You guys' D8 rolls today, man.
I know, they're really bad.
Okay,
Wow.
so Rusty.
I'm
Ronya brings
alive.
you back to consciousness.
Why are you chewing on a power cord?
And James, it's your turn.
Well,
Let's get out of here.
they're both awake now.
They're both awake
Yeah.
and prone. Well, I guess Ronya's crawling, so she's quasi-prone.
She could say she stood up because she only used 5 feet of movement.
She could, but she said she crawled underneath James's legs.
Yeah, but she can do that while walking.
I can't. I'm tiny.
Point.
Why can I?
Yeah.
It might be a little
Okay,
tight.
I guess I will
You might hit your head on something.
just disengage and try and back off.
Okay.
Hopefully this thing is like linked to the ruins or something and won't chase us.
Okay. So you successfully
dude.
disengage, you back off.
That's about as
And
far as I can.
meanwhile, back at camp, it has been a good hour since they left. And you guys, did you
Yeah.
go back to bed? Are you still like waiting up for them? What are you doing back
No,
at camp?
we're awake.
I'm not awake. I was like, I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Whatever.
After about like 15 minutes, I was like, I'm tired now. I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Okay.
I'm like pretending to read a book, but paying attention
Okay.
and getting really, really worried at this point.
Okay. And the rest of camp has gone back to sleep. Everything's very quiet. Roll a perception check.
Oh my god. I'm looking around for my dice.
Yeah, I did that earlier and they weren't here.
Perception.
Okay. You notice that it's kind of like, what was it, like 2 a.m., so it's like 3 a.m. now, so it's like really, really dark. And you notice that the sniper, like 2 of the snipers who've been on the roofs, come down and they get, like, there's a changing of the guard kind of, and they go back up. And it's very quiet, it's very sort of stealthy, they're all in black. It's hard to see, but you catch sight of them doing that. So there's definitely still some there, but they seem to be different ones than they were earlier. Other than that, it's quiet. Nothing happens.
I'm just gonna kind of fidget with my book.
Okay.
I'm gonna wake
So-
up at about 3:30.
Okay.
That's what's gonna happen.
So, Rusty, what are you going to
And
do?
if she doesn't, I'm gonna wake her up and be like,
I will pick up Ronya and disengage with my bonus action and move away. I was gonna move the way we came, but yeah, I'll head towards James, I guess. So I'll head like, how far can I go? Yeah, like there.
Okay.
And I guess I'm getting taken along, so I'll go over there.
Okay. Okay. And the ghost-like creature kind of floats forward a little bit. She doesn't come all the way to you. And she screams at you guys, not in the same sort of deafening, echoing, horrible way that she did last time. She just sort of screams, but doesn't come to you.
Oh, good. I was right about being bound to the ruins.
That's
So if
good.
you guys want to just retreat now, we can jump out of out of initiative order.
Do you guys think I should just shoot arrows at it till it dies?
I'm fine with just running away at this point.
Okay,
I think
good.
we should leave and see if we can find anything more about it. We can always come back later, since it's been screaming every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go take a little wide arc around back to where we first started this, and then backtrack to camp. But let's put out that bracelet so people don't notice us maybe as much.
Good call. Good call. Yeah. So I tell it to turn off.
Okay.
And then
you're
I'll just-
still out in the woods, or do you wait till you get closer to camp?
Well, since Rusty's got a hold of me, I figure he can see where we're going. So yes,
Yeah,
I
and
turn it off.
I'll just backtrack the way we came.
Okay, make a survival check. Okay. Yeah, you make it back, no problem. 3:30 rolls around. You're still not back.
I'm
And
pacing by
I'm
the
now
fire.
awake.
He was awake. There's by the fire.
I'm gonna go to.
It doesn't take that long to walk a mile. I'm just
That's in the
saying.
middle of the night with two people
Fine.
who can't see.
Like, should we go after them?
I
They're
think
not back
they're
yet.
fine.
They should be back by now.
Fine.
Okay, do-
You know, just remember about the cave. It took a little bit of time to walk there, and then we had to cross a river. I fell in the river. That
Yeah, you
takes
fell in the
time.
river. You almost died in the river.
Not once, but twice. But I'm pretty sure they're okay. If they're not, we'll hear screams. I'm pretty sure.
Haven't you been
You
hearing
did hear some
screams?
screams.
Yeah, like there's noises.
It was after you went to sleep, to be fair.
There was another horrible scream, and I'm going to go look for them.
Okay, as you're making this decision and starting to leave camp, you see them come into camp since you have dark vision. So they cross the border into the valley. They're heading your way.
And I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, thank God.
They look a little bit fatter. They're stumbling a little bit. They don't look quite as healthy as they were when they left, but they're back.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of go out and meet them. Like, what happened?
There was a ghost. It almost killed us. I don't want to talk about it.
A ghost.
It seemed
Whoa,
sort of
whoa.
like a banshee because it was screaming at us.
I just very
Yeah.
quietly go into the tent and go to sleep.
Oh,
Rennie goes to sleep.
I had to haul these two out.
you know what? Just go to bed. I'll keep watch.
Yeah, and I make sure we say this. Make sure we talk about it not near the tents and stuff where other people
while
might
you're
hear.
still out a little
Yeah,
ways.
yeah. Just
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
I think
I just totally just go to bed.
Ronya.
now that I'm awake, I will fulfill my duties as last watch. Finally.
Okay.
Just shake my head at Pew and go into the tent.
Before, before I go to bed, I'll just be like, yeah, I'm going to bed. I can't even think of a thing to say. And then I motion to the other tents and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, just go to bed.
So y'all make your way to bed, except Pew.
Mm.
And
She's the only one who's well rested.
Hey,
Someone says a little testily.
Sarah needs a
That's
beauty
rough.
rest, man.
yeah,
trust.
so none of you except Pew got a long rest there for sure.
I was up on watch anyway, so
Yeah, but you
All
were
right, whatever.
disturbed in the middle of your watch.
yeah.
And you took a long walk, and it wasn't terribly restful.
Moderately terrifying, actually. Probably
If
still
you
on
want,
an
you can
adrenaline
sleep
high.
in. Pew, it gets light. You can continue sleeping if you want to, but it does morning comes and it's time for Pew to go to work.
Okay.
I'm totally gonna keep sleeping.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep in.
Okay.
I just,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Pew, you go to work. Are you gonna wake anybody up? Or just gonna leave them all?
After they came back a little rough, I'm gonna let them sleep. I'm just gonna go to work.
Okay. There goes watches. Who needs watches anyway?
Yeah, nothing really happened.
Not even me? Okay, yep.
Well, actually, no. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna wake up Sarah a little bit. Try
A
to
little
wake her
bit.
up a little bit, and go, Sarah, Sarah, Sarah.
Yeah.
I need your help.
I mean,
I-
yes.
Alice. Could you? I was reading my book. Could you pour some of my vodka into like a little pouch or something, or a cup, so it doesn't seem like it's vodka, because it's in a bottle, and I kind of want to use it for a spell.
Yeah, that's totally what you want it for.
Are you gonna try to breathe fire on me?
No, I'm gonna just try
this
to make
time.
myself. Not this time. I have a feeling that like if we ever get into a fight, I knew this cool spell where I'm like I got more like bravado. I feel like I can like do some more things and not die instantly.
Well, if they put me to work in the kitchens today, I'll see what I can find.
Okay, yeah, if you can find like a cup or something where I can just like hide it in my coat pocket, that would be really helpful. And I'll pay you
Don't
back.
have to get to work.
Basically, she's
Yeah.
asking for a flask.
She wants a flask.
I'm a little bit surprised she didn't pick one up when you hijacked or
Yeah.
robbed
Wait, there was
from
a
the
flask in the
REI, but
trunk?
That's not my business.
Oh,
No, I didn't. I don't think I did.
I don't
No.
think you did either.
I don't think I knew that at that point in time at the REA. I didn't know what I wanted in my life. Anyway, so I'm gonna go work now.
Okay.
Ah,
So you make it
I'm
to
gonna-
work.
Get up and like cook breakfast or something.
Okay. You also have a job, by the way.
Oh yeah, I do. What is it? Was that kitchens?
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna cook.
Okay, I guess I'll follow you then.
Okay. So you both go to work. Everybody else just sleeps. And it's a really uneventful morning. You kind of learn the ropes about checking people in. Nobody's checking in this early. Seems a little bit strange that they even have somebody on reception desk at 7 a.m. because they have to like hike here from somewhere, but whatever. It's the schedule. Marty doesn't question it, so there it is.
He doesn't question much.
I'm not sure he's capable of questioning much.
And yeah, otherwise the morning, like lots of people come in and out, like as they all come in for breakfast. Sarah, you like there's like a big breakfast rush.
I was gonna say, is there like a bank buffet line?
Yeah,
or-
yeah, it's kind of like a cafeteria style. And,
Do I see anybody I know?
Um,
Like Jeff or
yeah,
Jane
roll,
or
roll. Actually, what are you doing in the kitchens? Are you like serving or cooking?
probably serving. This is like something they would put a new kid on.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you see both
Stop!
both
I'm trying
Annalise
to
and Elizabeth
roll,
come
you
through and they
boob.
smile at you and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" And they like stop to talk to you for a while until they kind of get like shoved over. Annalise
Aw.
really wants to chat, but you know, you're serving and people want their food. So they're like, "Okay, well," and Annalise just kind of, I'll come and talk to you later. I don't have a job yet." And then she like dashes off and Elizabeth just kind of looks after her and sort of laughs and says, "Thanks. Bye." And you do see Jeff. He doesn't come to the cafeteria line, but he definitely comes through the building, sort of talks to some people on the way, and then makes his way
So
back.
Jeff's like another staff guy here, right?
he was the. Oh, you
He was
didn't
the-
meet him, but
Yeah, he was
he
the
was
guy
the
Artie
staff guy we talked
sent
to.
us to when Artie ran out of knowledge.
Oh, okay.
He seems like a deputy or something.
Okay.
We don't actually know what Jeff's role is, but he knew more than Artie, which is not really saying that much.
Okay.
But yeah, he makes his way back to the back room. You notice, like over the course of the morning, multiple people kind of go in and out of those. There's 2 back rooms to either side of like the big stage in the middle, and you notice people kind of going in and out. I guess I can show you guys the.
I was gonna say this is all in building number 1, right?
Yeah, it's all in the commons area.
Commons thing. Oh yeah.
And
This is all inside that building?
what's that? Yeah, it's all one big, very big
wow.
building.
Wow. Okay.
It is the haven of everything.
Yeah, and it's been around for a long time. Like this is the building that they sort of started out with. Pretty easily gather before they started building on all the other little things, bigger things. And so those 2 back rooms are kind of, they seem to be not popular. Like there aren't a lot of just people like going in and out, but there's like sort of the same group of people going in and out. You actually notice a couple of people who are kind of dressed all in black, like militia gear, sort of, kind of going in and out. And otherwise, it's just like there's lots of people around. As the breakfast rush kind of ends, there's things kind of clear out a little bit. There are definitely still a number of people in the commons doing various things, but by and large, people are going about their work as far as you can tell.
Okay. Can you point out for me where this mess hall area is?
Oh, yeah. Let me... I'm not on the same screen as you ever. I have to like go to that screen. So the mess area is right around this. So like there's tables and sort of counter space and stuff.
Okay.
And then the area behind it is like more tables and stuff, just like areas that people can hang out or eat or whatever.
Okay.
And these back rooms are...
This is one, and then this is kind of like a back hubby room area, and that's where you met Jeff before.
Okay.
This is like a stage area with like a podium thing.
And number 2 next to 13 was like the check-in desk?
Yeah, that
Where
was
he
like
was-
the
okay.
desk right there. I guess I could
Okay.
potentially that the rest of the world can see you guys.
Oof. Hi.
So yeah, so that's kind of where things are. And like there's extra stuff on this map that's not really there. Like there's lots of benches and fountains, and it's really quite nice. There's lots of windows. It's a pretty amazingly crafted building for something that's out in the middle of nowhere.
Interesting.
They put some work into it. Like it doesn't look like it's one of the magic things kind of plopped here, but it definitely has been well crafted for quite some time.
Like some eccentric old manor or something.
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 There's even like a little garden.
Yeah, didn't you say there was like fountains and...
Yeah, it's quite nice. Like that, the number 10 area is like a big fountain. So it's a pleasant place. It's
What are you doing?
kind of nice for people to kind of hang out in.
Yes, you.
Yeah. So around like just before lunchtime, the rest of you wake up. You are now rested.
Yay.
Everybody else is gone. There was no watch. Wake up.
Shall we go to reception and get jobs?
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble.
I don't know what I want to do, but we'll figure it out, I guess.
That sounds like a good idea.
You're gonna let Patricia pick your jobs, huh?
Yeah, let's go.
Good plan.
Okay.
I want to join the security team.
Okay. So you make your way to the reception desk, where Patricia is hanging out with Artie, who's regaling her with tales of his childhood.
Is there anything interesting in these tales of his childhood?
I mean,
Like
it
being
depends on what
dropped?
you consider interesting.
Are they like falling off a tree stories, or are they more like when I was in 6th grade, I met my first crush, or something to that effect?
There's some
Just
of
out of
both.
curiosity, which of
There's-
those
he's
would you consider
clearly
interesting?
bored. And he's just like chatting to kind of use up the time, but he's happy to have somebody to talk to. he's just been bored for a while. And yeah, so there's kind of like you get the whole sort of life story. You learn that he was born in Northern California, and he went to high school there. And when he was in high school, there was a lot of drugs, which he may have partaken in, but he doesn't do that anymore. Don't worry.
He's been hitting that LDS stuff.
And
Oh.
blah 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 blah. Like he talks about all the things. His first girlfriend, he remembers her very fondly.
Oh. Does he have like a wife here or like family that's here at the camp?
If you ask him, he'll say no. No, I've always been single. I kind of like just me in the world, lone wolf. You know, that's me, lone wolf.
Okay.
So we rock up.
Okay.
Yeah. So you walk up. Or he says,
Um,
"Oh, hey, your friends are back. Figure out what you want to do." Yet?
Oh,
I'm not quite. I'm kind of undecided. What, Artie, Patty, what jobs all do we have? See if there's something I can actually, enjoy doing, so that I don't, I'd rather enjoy what I'm doing and
sure.
not have to pick something I hate.
What did you
That's
want to
always
do
good.
when you grew up?
Be rich.
Yeah, sure. All of us want that. What else?
What do you mean?
I mean, what did you want to do to get rich?
Own things.
All right. Well,
I'm not sure where you're trying to go with this.
I'm trying to help you figure out what you want to do for your job.
I mean, if you just tell me like all the stuff you got, I can pick something that sounds interesting at least. Because like worst case, if I really hate it, I could always change later, right?
Yeah, sure.
Like, I can move around. Yeah. See. So what do we got? I mean, there's like the cooks and the cleaning and your job, but Patty's got you all helped out.
Yeah, she's great.
And
Great little girl you got here. I think probably still some fireman jobs.
I'd like to join the security force.
Okay. You probably want to talk to Steve about that. He's in
I have no
charge of
idea who that
all
is.
things security related. Or there's building. There's getting materials for building. Somebody's got to like collect firewood. Somebody's got to collect food. I think Steve's going to give a speech around lunchtime. If you stick around, then maybe he'll tell y'all some of the things.
okay.
But if there's
I think
something that
Harriet
sounds
should become a
interesting,
lumberjack.
I can do that. What's that? Sorry.
I think Harriet should become a lumberjack.
I
Littlest
already said I'd
lumberjack
like to be a
ever.
musician.
Yeah. I'm still not sure quite who to talk to about that. Maybe Steve, or one of the others like Jeff or Riley or whoever. They might have
Okay.
a better idea.
I've been told that my music helps, calm people, make them feel better. It might help keep morale up in the area since things have been very stressful recently.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you gotta talk to someone else because I don't know where you'd play your music. We just play it. Commons, I guess. Why don't you go play your music? Give us all an audition.
Okay. I get out my guitar and start playing some nice folk songs that are kind of relaxing.
Right in front of the desk.
Roll a
Right there.
performance. Right in front of the desk. Roll a performance check.
You want to go? We'll go.
I'll be like, okay, I'm ready.
Doing banjos.
Perfectly adequate performance. And many people kind of stop, and some of them who kind of know the songs kind of clap along. And it's starting to fill up again for sort of the lunch crowd. While you're doing that, are you doing anything, Rusty?
I guess
No.
kind of just looking around closer at the different sort of sections of the building to orientate myself. Because I walked around outside yesterday,
Mhm.
but I didn't like explore this building fully.
Okay. So,
And I guess I'll get some food and say hi to Alice while I'm at it.
Do I have to work like breakfast, lunch, and dinner back to back, or how does this work?
really,
Do
I
I?
mean, did you ask other people, or you're? There's definitely other
Is,
people working with you.
I was gonna say, is there like a person in charge, like kitchen boss or something?
Yeah. She didn't give you a whole lot of info when you first came in. She's like, all right, why don't you go serve?
Yeah. So how does this work? Do I work lunch too?
Yeah, we typically try to do like around 8-hour shifts. Some people come in like around lunchtime. Some people come in the morning like you did. As long as we've got people to cover breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we're not too worried about it. But if it
Okay, but I
starts
could work
becoming
like a
problem,
breakfast
then-
and dinner shift or something.
Yeah,
Or
if you want to. Just as long as we've
Okay.
got someone to cover them all. We just
I'll
want to
figure
make
something
sure
out.
that it's all covered. And if it becomes an issue, then we'll start making schedule. But so far, we haven't had to.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're a morning person, come in the morning. If you're an evening person, come in the evening. Just couple meals, then we'll roll.
Sarah is actually a morning person.
Okay.
Amanda is not.
No right thinking person is.
I am, kind of. I mean,
I
can
think
be
that
easy.
rests our case.
I'm fairly adaptable that way. Okay, so the lunch crowd comes around. It all gets busy. If you're all still hanging out in the building, rest of you get to know the building a little bit. It's just it's mostly open. All the orange area is just kind of like carpeted areas with some couches and chairs and tables and various things for people to hang out on. There's like a little sort of TV area and like a radio area, neither of which are working right now. And a
Okay, we
little
got a
sort of
part.
boxed in room with a computer in it.
Which I'm trying to just get an idea of where they're at.
Yeah.
Like what?
So the computer or the TV area is actually kind of right by the reception desk. And the little boxed in room is, where'd it go? Number 14.
Oh, okay. So it's in the upper left.
Oh, I
Sort
see
of.
it.
Kind of smudgy.
Yeah.
I don't even see it. Where is it? I found it. What?
Along the left wall,
Oh,
up
right
high,
there.
like 3
Yeah,
quarters of the
okay.
way up.
Oh, the back room, number one.
Yeah. And then, yeah, like 10's a big fountain. There's like a little sort of mini library with some books in number 7. Number 8 kind of has like a little altar, like it's a little place to worship maybe. So there's just kind of bunches of places that you can kind of go hang out in.
Okay, what's over by, because the round circles and 15 is where the cafeteria stuff is, right?
Right.
What's the stuff along the wall there?
There's like, it's mostly just cooking sort of things. So
Dishes.
yeah, it's like the cafe, basically.
Okay.
And there's like a little sort of infirmary area set up for, yeah, just kind of kitchen-y stuff other than infirmary. I don't know why that's next to the kitchen, but it is.
Keep the sick people where the food is.
It's always
No,
good
no,
to have.
abort sheep. Abort sheep.
It's like a closed-in area at least, but yeah.
Who planned this?
Okay.
To be fair, I did not make this map. Somebody else did. I always sort of wondered why the infirmary. Actually, the infirmary is supposed to be number 3, but that makes 0 sense to me, so we're moving it to 4. Because 4 is
Yeah.
supposed to be the kitchen. Like, the infirmary should not be between the kitchen and the cafe.
Yeah,
So switching
that's.
those two.
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
mean-
make sense.
Yeah, it makes total sense to me.
Oh, there you go.
You know.
Drop off the soup to the sick people on the way to the tables, you know.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Yeah, this is actually a map from an actual commune.
Oh,
For the
okay
curious.
then.
At least I think it is. I didn't recognize the name of it, but it seemed to be from a real one.
Oh,
Anyway,
well, now
so,
I want to go research it just
yeah,
because.
right? I don't remember what it was called, though. I just was looking for maps. I was like, oh, that'll do. Oh, it's even for real commune, even better.
Need map of creepy cult. I mean, what?
Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I think the orange areas are just like carpeted areas. That's what we're going to say they are. I don't really know. It doesn't say. We're going to go with that. So yeah, that's kind of, so you get pretty oriented. It's mostly pretty open.
Okay.
All right.
So after I just like eat some lunch pretty quickly, and then I just keep playing in the cafeteria until told that I should be doing something else.
Okay. And while you guys are all sort of having lunch, or you're just starting to play again or something like that, you notice that, like, I mean, you don't really know what usual is, but it seems like there's people like coming in even more rapidly than like sort of the normal lunch coming in. Like all of a sudden there's more and more people coming in. And people are sort of slowly working their way towards that the front like stage area. And they're chatting to each other. It's really super loud in here. But they're also sort of intermittently like watching the stage area. And like, yeah, the noise is just sort of becoming deafening. There's so many people in this space. It's a very large space, but there's a lot of people and they're all talking. So it's almost like you have to yell to hear each other. And after this sort of goes on for a little bit, like you're playing, but you can't even like hear yourself playing at this point.
Oh.
You see this sort of thin, cheerful-looking man come out of the back room where you had met Jeff and approaches the stage. And he's dressed in like polo shirt and khaki slacks. And he has sort of well-tamed blonde hair and like sharp, sort of aristocratic features. He's very handsome. Like Jeff, he sort of looks a lot like somebody that you feel like you would have gone to school with if you were a little bit younger, but he's in his mid-20s. So sort of more like somebody who like should be in law school, right? Like he kind of has that feel to him. And he sort of flashes a grin at everybody. And the crowd's already starting to quiet down, like they notice him approaching the podium. And he says, hi. Kind of waits for people to calm down a little bit. Hello, everybody. And he smiles at the whole room, which he's got a great smile. Like he seems very approachable. And he says, for those of you who are new, I'm Stephen Smith. That's Steve to my friends, which I hope you'll all become. I suppose you could say that I'm in charge of this craziness. And he looks out over the crowd, and as his eyes sort of reach your group, because you're kind of, I mean, I don't know if you're a group together, I guess I assumed you were sort of a little bit. He pauses for a second. And then he sort of smiles again and looking over the whole crowd, kind of meeting people's eyes, making them feel comfortable.
I'm still serving lunch.
Yeah, I'm working the desk.
And so then he sort of gets back into it. For those of you who aren't new, oh boy, this place is filling up, isn't it? We're all so glad to have all of you, though. The more people we have here, the better chance we've got of getting through. I'm sure everybody checked in when they got here and learned something about how we run this place. Everyone is expected to contribute, but by the same token, everybody's taken care of. Nobody is going to go hungry here. Out there, from everything you new folks are telling me, it's getting bad. People are dying, and the ones who aren't dying are turning to banditry to try to survive. We're here to provide a shelter from that world. And the crowd just starts cheering, right? And I want you all to make wisdom saves.
Oh,
Was this against being
Oh.
charmed? Because if so, I have advantage.
Right, yeah, you've got advantage. I mean, it's not really against being charmed, but sure.
Ooh, didn't matter.
Okay. That was not the most advantage thing. Okay. So you all feel yourself being swept up into this speech.
ooh.
He is so, like, charismatic and just seems like a really great guy, and you just want to keep sort of listening to him and listening to what he's talking about. He's just really seems like a great person. You're just all sort of swept up by it. You're part of the crowd. You're totally into it, along with everybody around you. And he smiles again, sort of waiting out the cheering. Says, you all have chosen to name this place Sanctuary, and that's what we're trying to make it. A safe place where those who fit in and do their part can feel secure, and everybody takes care of each other. To that end, keep the banditry on the outside, shall we? I've heard some of you have been having problems with people stealing their stuff. That's not necessary, guys. We've got enough here. If you're in need of something, come talk to one of us, and we'll make sure you're taken care of. You are caught stealing, though, or whatever. We'll have to send you back out in the badness, and we don't want to do that. We want everybody here to get along, though. Now, like I said, we've got a good place here. There are a couple of impending problems, though, that we're going to have to address. First of all, we're growing a little faster than we can keep up with. It's great that all of you have been so industrious and willing to live in the tent area and all of that, and we appreciate that, all of us. But we need to keep working hard to make sure that everybody has a place to stay and food to eat. The way it's been going, we're going to keep growing, and apparently rapidly, so there's a lot of work to be done. If you've been a little lax in your work ethic, all right, but now's the time to step up. As for the food issue, well, as far as I know, our farms need some time to grow. Right, you agriculturists out there? And there's like kind of a little laugh from the crowd. And he kind of chuckles along with him. I admit I don't know very much about farming, so I'm counting on all of your expertise in that matter. In the meantime, we're probably going to have to start finding food somewhere else. I'm told there's a lot of game out there, so we might do some more hunting expeditions. Maybe foraging is not a thing in real life. And everybody sort of laughs again. Whatever it takes. Another option is to set up some kind of trade delegations to go out into the surrounding areas to try to find some food that way. Of course, that would take a lot of courage on the part of those going out there, so we only want the bravest of you for that job. If any of you have any ideas I haven't come up with or want to volunteer for anything, feel free to come to me. I'd love to hear any input you might have. If I'm not around, you can, as always, talk to Jeff, Matt, or Riley, my right-hand men. And they all, like these three men, walk up a little bit on the stairs so you can see them, and they kind of wave at the crowd. You've met Jeff. One of us is almost always somewhere in the commons. Failing that, you can talk to the front desk and they'll get a message to us. We'll set up a meeting. The other issue at hand is security. We've got a good thing here, and the wolves are starting to nip at our doors. Those bandits want what we've got. We do have some security set up, but the more the better. If anyone knows anything about fighting, protection, whatever, we want you.
There's my opening.
Same deal applies as far as talking to any of us. Help us protect everyone here and all the nice people to come, and we'll all appreciate it. Some of you might be wondering about how people here stay alive and what they need to do to make sure they don't get whatever's out there. It's a question I get a lot, so I figure I should address it to everybody. Riley here sort of stops and nods at one of the guys standing on the stairs, presumably Riley, who kind of ducks his head and looks embarrassed. Riley tells me it's God's intervention for the good people. Since it looks a lot like an apocalypse out there, he just might have a point. So in case he's right, let's stick together and keep being good, so we can keep that specter of death far, far away, shall we? Other people tell me it's some kind of divine radiance that spills off of me. And they laughter a little bit, but it sounds a little uncertain, like they're not sure whether they're supposed to be laughing about this. And he kind of chuckles a little bit. Probably crazy, but on the off chance that they're right, I'll stick right around here and make sure I don't get too far away from you all. And he grins again at everybody and kind of waves and then says, thank you all. Continue about your day. Have a really wonderful one. And he steps off the stage and starts sort of talking to people as they kind of line up to talk to him.
So he was talking about jobs with security, but also with like scavenging parties?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Going out and stealing stuff is my style. It's my internal dialogue that I'm thinking about right now.
I'll go up to one of the guys that he said you could talk to and ask them whether they have an opening for an entertainer.
Okay, which one are you, just whichever one you see?
Yeah, just whoever's closest.
Okay, yeah, because
That
they've all
and
kind of
isn't
split
already.
up and they're all talking to people.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you, I don't know, you run into Riley first. Why not?
Okay.
I'll go with her.
Okay. You guys go up to Riley, and he's kind of talking to a couple who are like very earnestly telling him about some problem or another, and he's nodding and looks like he's actually pretty intently like listening to their problems. But he sees you come up, and he sort of holds up his hand for a sec, like, hold up a sec and finishes the conversation, or they sort of finish up what they're saying, and he sort of nods and says, "All right, we'll take that into consideration. Thank you." And then looks over at you two. So you must be new here. I don't recognize either of you. I'm Riley.
Yeah, we
yeah.
just got here yesterday.
Well, it's
Hi, I'm Scott.
hi, Scott.
I'm Harriet.
Hi, Harriet. Good to meet you guys.
Hi.
What can I do for you?
Well, I've been trying to think of what I can offer here, and I was hoping that maybe I could help by providing some music sometimes. I know that, when people are stressed, music can often really help keep people, motivated and happy, and I'd be quite happy to play in the commons when people are working and, provide some nice background.
Seems like a great idea to me.
Yeah,
We could
she's
all use
probably
music.
not going to be the best at, collecting firewood. The legs don't do a lot.
You're a little on the short side, aren't you?
Yeah, I wish I could say I was strong enough to make up for it, but I'm kind of not. But I've been told I have a very nice singing voice.
That's great. I don't think we have anybody doing anything like that right now, so seems like a pretty good thing to have.
Okay.
As
And
long as
I
people
mean,
like your singing. If they don't, then we might want to shuffle you to something. I don't distrust you. Just to, kind of make that clear.
that's fair enough. Yeah, so I'll just come in when people are around and play for them, and that can
Yeah,
be my
sure.
job. Is that all right?
Yeah. There tends to be a lot of people here in the evenings, kind of like where people hang out, congregate a little bit, especially those who are living in the tents. I assume you're living in the tents.
Yeah, we just got here, so yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just come in. Yeah. That seems fine to me.
Okay.
Everything's a little crazy right now. You probably picked that up. Just
Yeah.
trying to do the best we can. And if it turns out that we kind of really need somebody for something specific that you might be good at, then we might move you to that. But yeah, for now, I don't know if you're not like a builder or what farmer. Sure.
Okay. So I'll go wander and look around for a good place that seems like it might be a good performance spot.
Okay.
I'm going to walk out of the building, just make my way to the exit and head back to the tent.
Okay.
I am heading over to talk to Steve.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask about the scavenging groups thing he was talking about.
Sure.
Just yeah.
You still at the reception? Presumably.
Yeah, she's just chilling.
Recepting.
Why don't we all
Recepting.
just go on?
Are there people coming up and asking us questions during all this, or?
Yeah, it seems to have like sparked a whole lot of questions. So people are definitely
Okay.
coming to you as well. Mostly with questions that
Okay.
either you don't already have any idea how to answer. But
Yeah.
there's a lot that are pretty basic as well.
Okay.
Artie is maybe not the best ever.
Yeah.
You might not be getting a
Yeah.
lot of like how things work. from him.
Oh, that old burnout.
Okay. So Sarah, you go back to the tents. And who were you going to talk to, Rusty?
Well, I was there
So you're
with
just gonna
Ronya
keep
talking to
Riley.
what's his
Okay.
name? Yeah.
So he sort of turns to you. He's like, "And what about you, sir?"
I was actually I'm not great at building stuff or anything like that, but I figure I could help with going out and getting supplies if we need. He just mentioned it, so
You definitely
I feel like that's
need
something I
that.
could help with.
It's dangerous out there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a trek to get our all of us up here in one piece, but
Okay, but you be part of that, maybe?
Well, I mean, being totally honest, I can run pretty quick. So if something happens, I can get out of there pretty fast.
All right.
All things considered. But other than that,
Yeah, well, we're running low, so whatever help we can get. What'd you say your name was? Sorry.
Scott
Scott.
Hansen.
Scott Hansen. All right. He like writes you down on a little notepad. We'll consolidate names a little bit, and then maybe set up some kind of group where y'all can talk and figure out what you want to do. Probably, I don't know. I don't know if Steve really has a whole lot of ideas. He's kind of the like big idea guy, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, but we'll set up sometime, maybe later this afternoon. You just kind of want to hang out or come back.
Yeah,
Couple
I'll
hours. We might
stop
have some
in a
more
little
names
bit
at that
later.
point.
Okay.
All right. Well,
So just look for you guys or stop in at reception.
yeah, just stop in reception. We'll give them some kind of room or something to send you guys to. I mean, it's not rooms, but like one of the back rooms, something where y'all can meet.
Okay, cool.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
James, you find that there is quite a line to talk to Steve.
Oh, and
Yeah, I
He wants to
figured.
I should
talk
say
to
I just head out.
Yes, but he said
back
just talk to
camp
him
after that.
specifically for security. So,
Yeah. Okay, so Rusty.
and it's not like I volunteered for anything else yet.
Okay. So after quite some time, you kind of managed to get to like the front of the line, talk to Steve, and he's starting to look like, actually do is it when you figure out what people are?
Insight?
Insight. Thank you.
Insight.
Roll an insight check. Okay, he looks fine.
Of course he does.
And he's smiling at the people in front of you as they leave, and then he turns to you. He's like, "All right, what can I do for you, good sir?"
I'm here to volunteer for that security force you mentioned.
Oh, that's great. We can definitely use people in security. What kind of? Do you have a military background or?
Not really, but I seem to do well with all sorts of non-technical or non-technological types, such as this. And I pulled the sword out.
Oh, yeah, that looks like quite a sword. I don't want to get in your way with that thing. Yeah, of course, we can definitely use security. Things are, so far they're mostly okay, but we want to make sure they stay that way.
As you mentioned.
Yeah. So we've got a couple other people who are interested in potentially doing security stuff. I've got, he's also got a little notepad on my list here. And so you're good with like not so much with rifles and so forth. I'm gathering. You said non-technological weapons.
That's just what I have the most experience in.
Okay.
Of course, that also means I'd be pretty good with, non-lethal standard policing.
Oh, like batons and stuff.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, maybe we could use that. So far, we haven't had too many problems. It might be good to have some people around who keep an eye on everything. So why don't we say that you probably be like kind of walking around, keeping an eye on things, be it from internal or external?
That's what I was aiming for.
All right, perfect. We'll set up. We haven't really gotten a schedule for that yet, but I'm sure there's some other people that will be good for that. So I'll set up some kind of schedule with them, and we'll get back to you on. Sorry, what did you say your name was?
James.
James.
Hello?
Oh, he actually cares about a last name.
Well, there's
Card.
quite a few James here.
Yeah.
Good insight.
All right, James Card. And did you say where you were staying?
I'm out in the tents at the moment.
All right. Well, that's a messy place to try to find somebody. Why don't you come back here, and we'll try to have some things set up by, say, tomorrow morning.
Okay.
All right. And in the meantime, if you just kind of, you're always welcome to keep an eye on things because we can certainly use it.
Will do.
All right. Well, thank you. And we'll see you in the morning.
See you tomorrow.
I think on to the next.
Okay.
Is it time for a break? Because I'm being booped.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, we can definitely take a break.
I didn't think dogs did that.
Yeah, you haven't met Einstein.
Hey, herding dogs do.
Forcefully, with much eye contact and disdain.
Oh.
Thursday night, I was watching Critical Role, and it was like 9:30, which is like Grace's bedtime. And so she and I don't think this was actually intentional. It was just really funny because she was like clearly saying it's bedtime. And then she went and stepped on my my surge protector power button.
Oh no.
So everything shuts off, and I'm like, well,
It's like,
I guess
you're done.
bedtime. The most forceful telling me it's bedtime.
Cat says no.
All right, so if you want to take a break, we won't. Yeah, we'll have to definitely end on time today, but we can take a break for like 5 minutes or so because I didn't do it earlier. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I noticed.
Oh.
I would also like to point out that my dog's trying to give me heart failure because he jumped in my lap, lay down, went, and coughed up a little piece of red paper onto his leg that looked like he just hacked up a bunch of blood.
Oh.
Tried to give me a panic attack.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm glad it was just paper.
Yeah, me too. So if you look at the video and there's me going, my dog, that would be the
At some point when I was
Gotcha.
reading the longest speech ever.
Oh.
No, I wrote it. I knew it was going to be long, but it's a speech. It's so long.
speech.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So
Anyway.
Okay.
I will see you all back in 5 minutes or so.
Out.
Okay.
Okay.
Go to
We
break
will be here.
screen and play some music, some form or t'other. All right.
Go on, go. back inside, dog. Dog. Stein, come on, it's cold out. Hey, Kara. Remember when I said I was glad that role-playing was my Sunday activity because the weather was supposed to be shit? There's been 1.5 inches of snow that's arrived in the time we've been playing.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I just
'cause
sent you guys a link to where I found some of the source books online.
I like that plan.
Oh, Xanathar's Guide to Everything has some of the most useless magic items ever.
But those are the best. What did you win? Well, you can have a digital copy of it now.
I have ice cream.
Laura liked a lot of the items in Xanathar's.
I think useless-ish magic items are the best.
They're way more fun than full magic items.
When you come up with like a useless, like a really good clutch use for a useless magic item. Oh, so good.
Like that cape I showed you the other day, Laura, is from that book.
Which one?
I can't remember what it was called, but it's like the use is something like as an action you can make it flutter dramatically as if in the wind.
Oh yeah.
Perfect, I want
Well
that.
then there's a wand of smiles that like
Oh yes.
they have a save DC, and if they fail to save, they're forced to smile for an hour.
I think
And
that's
then-
it, but-
And then if you use all the charges, it either turns into or has a chance to turn into a wand that forces people to frown.
What?
Go back to the camera since we're all talking anyway.
Sorry, I was just looking through it.
No, that's
But-
great. I like it.
I'll just keep eating ice cream.
I could remember that too often. Yeah, now I'm just like trying to find how to find the spells. Or not the spells, the magic items. Sidebar.
Oh,
Are
and
magic
that-
items necessary in a campaign?
No, but they sure as hell make it more fun.
Especially when
Yeah, I
someone's
like 'em.
smiling.
Yeah. Or a cape of
Yeah.
billowing. I want a cape of billowing.
Right? I think you guys might need to get a cape of billowing in your campaign.
All of us get capes of billowing, and it looks
Every
like
one of
we're-
us.
Capes of billowing everywhere.
I just imagine Ronia getting a cape of billowing and it just billows away with her.
Well, magic items do magically size themselves to their owners.
Well, this one can make me fly.
There is a cape that you can fly with.
Yeah, Doctor
I
I
don't
don't
Strange
know
has
have
it.
side effects.
I happened to run into that today while I was looking up something else. So, now that we're all back, some of us with ice cream, which I'm suddenly very jealous of.
Oh man.
That reminds me, I still have the ice cream that you bought in my freezer.
Well, you better eat it
You better
then.
eat it. If it goes bad, then we'll all be mad at you.
It's 20 degrees out and there's an inch and a half of snow on the ground.
That's
She
I'm
got
eating
something.
ice cream.
She got something like Ben and Jerry's peanut butter cookie core ice cream.
And you
Oh,
let me
that
forget
sounds
about it, you
good.
jerk.
I'm not sure that was jerk. That might have been ulterior motives.
It's true. I have a white cat, and I am a magician who can make him look up. That's what I do.
Oh. Aww.
Remember, this is how you lose thumbs.
No, not with pencils. Just with twisty ties. All right. So, the afternoon progresses. Pretty straightforward, no big deal. Pew, you're done with your shift, or at least Artie's done with his shift, pretty soon after the speech ends.
So does somebody else come on and
Yeah.
do they know what they're doing?
They seem to have a slightly better idea. Yeah.
That's not hard.
Can I start talking to them about what should I talk? I'm going to talk to them to figure out actually what I need to know.
Are you gonna do it right in front of Artie? Just make him feel bad.
Aw.
No, I'm going to
Like
wait.
This
I'm gonna
moron
wait.
can't tell me, but maybe you guys can.
So the woman
I
who
just
comes
want-
to relieve Artie is a woman named Brunhilde, and she's German.
Ooh,
She seems very efficient at what she does. So she might
How'd
be a
she
good
end up in
person to actually
Seattle?
learn from.
so I talked to her. Well, am I doing how? Like, did I talk to Artie about when I'm doing all my training shifts, or just do I do a couple training shifts and then? You know.
He doesn't seem to really care that much. Together. Like, in fact, like once you start talking to Brunhilde, it seems like maybe they didn't really necessarily need someone else on the front desk. Artie just wants company.
Oh,
Like they can, you can be shuffled into the rotation, but you know, they may not actually really need anybody that badly.
okay.
Awkward turtle.
Because they've already got it, like, you know, covered between like 3 of them. But sure, you can help relieve them and stuff. Like nobody's like unhappy to have you. She just kind of thinks it's funny that Artie hired someone else.
Okay. Okay. So I might be looking for another job. Okay.
I mean, you can keep working at the front desk if you want to.
I'll keep working in the front desk for a little bit, and then I'll see if there's another opening available that I should take.
Okay.
I'm going to start exploring the camp. The whole place.
Okay. So you successfully managed to explore the camp. Over the course of the afternoon, you all just do whatever. Do you have anything like specific you guys want to do over the afternoon?
I'm looking out for seeing whether there's anybody who's, seems to be paying particular attention to my music and see whether I can sort of develop a fan base in the group.
Okay. Roll another performance check.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
I'm
people are kind
getting
of
warming up.
enjoying themselves, but they don't seem like super enthusiastic.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, you're not like they're not like booing you by any means. They're just kind of like.
No
you
shirts
may or may
have
not
come
be
off yet.
living up to your reputation of bringing people's spirits up and making them more productive.
Oh.
I was gonna head back to camp and talk to Sarah for a little bit.
Okay.
So, yeah, go back.
Sarah
And-
is.
In her tent, attempting to commune with her god.
Okay. So you see her in her tent, or you see her silhouette in her tent. Her sitting.
Is she in like? I ask, hey, are you napping? What are you doing? What's up?
No, not napping.
I was your kitchen shift.
There was food. Reminds me of college food.
Okay then.
Remind me never to go to
Just
college.
figured I'd mention Ronya's going to be playing music for people, and I'm gonna, I think, see about getting on one of those scavenging teams. We're not quite organized yet, but I don't know when we'll start, so I figured I'd mention it before we went running off.
Good to keep everyone updated on that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Don't do anything stupid.
You know me.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Exactly.
Listen, and I'm gonna not use specifics. Look, we'll yeah. I don't try to do things that are stupid because there's. Listen, don't worry about it. I'll try not to swear as much though. How about that?
Deal.
Can't promise I'm not gonna get into trouble though.
Just come back alive.
You know me.
Yeah. Please.
Alive so far.
Alive is good, okay?
You gonna stick it out in the kitchen? Stay there?
Yeah. Why not?
Cool. I'll let you get back to napping or whatever now.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll head out. Kind of intrigued about the library room they have. So I'll just kind of mill about in the area and like check out the little library.
Okay. Yeah, it's like pretty much as far as you can tell, it's probably just books that people have brought, and they've a bunch of all kinds of different books, various books and.
Cool.
One of those. Leave a book, tape a book.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's very.
Because I'm here, I feel like I have to try to find a specific sort of book.
Okay.
Is there anything at all about like magic or like any atypical religious stuff? Like, I'm not looking for like just a Bible, but like any weird religious stuff or magic stuff.
Guide to Surviving the Apocalypse.
Yeah. Like Jeb's, like I told you this would happen. The book, occult hippie nonsense version. I don't know, something like that.
Roll an investigation check.
Oh, see, I used all my good rolls earlier.
Yeah, you see, there's lots of books. There is no organization to them whatsoever. So you kind of keep searching through, and eventually you just get really tired of looking through all the books and finding everything everywhere. Like there's romance, and then there's mystery, and then next to that there's like a college calculus book, and it's just a mess.
I look around. Is there anybody that works in this room?
No. Open.
I'm gonna start organizing it.
That will be your new
You've given yourself a
job.
new job.
Librarian.
and I'll like, so I'll stop in and check at reception and say, hey, have they like, I'll, you know, like while I'm going between, I'll just say, have they dropped anything off about the scavenging groups yet? We're meeting some point, but they haven't figured out where. Maybe.
Oh yes. I have not been told where yet. Probably one of the back rooms.
Okay.
But as soon as I find out, I will let you know if you are still here.
Okay. I'm gonna be over in the library because it's really disorganized and that's frustrating.
Yes, it is.
So I'm gonna
appreciate
work on
it if you fix that.
I'm gonna work on that a little bit.
Very good. You are my new
Just-
favorite person. Thank you.
So organized.
Knew you were a good kid.
And
Knew
this
you
is
were a
Brun-
good kid.
And this is Brunhilde,
Yes.
the German lady. Of course, the German lady would like things organized.
I mean, we gotta have stereotypes for a reason, right?
Yeah. So then I'll just start sorting things and moving things around and getting a feel for, like, you know, fiction, nonfiction, and then sorting roughly by genre and subject
Okay.
and whatever.
That's helpful.
Yeah. So you manage to get sort of lost in that, and before, like, you know it, Brunhilde comes over and taps you on the shoulder and says, "They're meeting in the room on the right."
Okay.
She
Right
kinda
now?
points to the room that you.
Are they?
No, not
okay.
in 1 hour. But I told you
Okay,
I would tell you as soon as I found out.
Perfect. Thank you. I'll
Yes. Looks very
head
good
over
in
there.
here. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll keep working on it. How many books are there? Is it like shelves and shelves, just random junk piled up?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, there's not a ton, but there's, I mean, it's not like a real library, but it's like kind of about as much as like a home library. It's all a jumbled mess.
I'll work on it for a little bit longer and then head over
Okay.
to the thing.
Okay. And at your meeting, people sort of try to hash out different ideas and like where you might be able to go and how you might be able to find food. And some people are like, we just need to go like take it, and other people are like, no, we can't do that because that's really bad, And so then there's kind of this whole debate over like, well, if we traded, what would we be able to trade? So if you have any input, then you can give it. But for the most part, people are just like arguing, like they can't figure out what they want to do.
Do they specifically mention any resource surpluses we have when they talk about trading?
Yeah, nobody really knows about it. And after a while, Jeff kind of comes in and sits in and listens. Says, well, we don't really have any unless people are willing to trade what they brought here. I know that Steve said that we should do some trading, but I don't know what we're supposed to be trading with.
Do we know of specific groups that are, within a sort of reasonable distance to actual do trading, or is it just, are we expecting to encounter random folk here and there?
Probably, from what I've gathered, just the towns nearby, maybe. There's that ski resort across the way. They might have something. The problem is, I feel like everyone's probably going to be hoarding their stuff, so I feel like this is kind of a long shot, but it's worth a try. Unless you got better ideas. That's what we're all here for, some a little bit of brainstorming.
Well, there was all those cars out on the road that are, either abandoned or now a final resting place for some folks, sadly. And, that's not being put to use anymore. So maybe that'll be a location we can pick up a few things.
Oh, that's a good idea. We all think, and he kind of looks around and everyone, yeah, we could go look at cars. That's sure. Like, all right, nice. Any other ideas? Seem to be the bright one here.
I just got here, but I figure lots of folks might have been here before this hit us real hard, but there's loads of cars out there, so.
Yeah, there weren't so many of us here before everybody started dying. It was pretty sustainable. Like, we had a bunch of food, but it was enough for us. Maybe a little excess, which is how we kept going. You might say that Steve's a little bit of survivalist. We're all kind of in that boat. That's why we were here in the first place. But now there's just a lot of you. I don't think anyone was prepared for quite this many people to show up. But yeah, anything you can come up with, I'm sure is going to be helpful.
Yeah, well, I'll keep thinking about things and then kind of let the meeting go on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so by the end of the meeting, people have kind of like decided like on a couple of groups are going to go out and look at stuff in cars, and another group that's going to go, like these are like groups of two, like they're not big groups. Another group that's going to go see what they can find at the ski area. Yeah, and then everyone else is, well, maybe we'll try like see if we can forage stuff, see if we can find someone who knows what to forage. They're kind of all ready to figure out what they're doing, but they're not going to leave probably until tomorrow for the most part.
Cool.
Late afternoon.
Cool. When that's all wrapped up, I'll go back to the library and work for a little bit more until dinner-ish, I guess, and then I'll meet up with people. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So unless anyone else has anything they want to do, dinner time rolls around.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And presumably you all check in with each other. I don't know. Maybe you eat separately.
I mean, I was assuming we would.
I am definitely hanging out with the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll join
I'm
them.
gonna seek out everybody because I haven't seen them all day.
Yeah, you've all been very sweet. Okay, so you're all sitting, eat some dinner. First time you've seen each other all day.
Yeah.
Just about. Some of you have seen each other off and on, but Sorry, that's my.
And I say, hey guys, I'm trying to come up with more entertainment for the lodge since I clearly need a little more practice with my music. And I thought maybe we could do storytelling. So why don't we tell each other some ghost stories? And I wink around at the table.
Oh yeah, you haven't even discussed what happened last night.
What kind
I'll-
of ghost story?
I'm just gonna like look
I'll
at her.
tell you. I've got a great ghost story.
All right, let's hear it.
So I went to summer camp when I was a kid, and this is a story that was told to me, and it was so scary it stuck in my head. And so what happened was, there were these campers, and they were out in the woods, and it was over, Memorial Day weekend, and they go out and they're hiking. And they stumble across some ruins, and there's a ghost lady there, and the smart and wise and handsome one of the group goes and takes a look real quick, being really careful, and it comes back and it's like, hey, I don't think we should mess with this thing. And then the kid's sister, she decides to speak up and get its attention. And so this ghost shows up and tries to murder them. And so the smart, wise, and dashing one and the big brother try to go and vanquish this ghost, and work together. And it turns out it kicks their butts real hard. And some people say they got away, but nobody really knows, and some say they're still lost in the woods till this day.
I will add that to my list of things to think about, Rusty. Thank you.
Also,
Did they have some friends that just slept and stayed? Because scary noises in the middle of the night are scary.
I think that's something that you both might want to work on figuring out how to
it's just a
do
story.
better in the future.
Also,
Like your
Ronya,
delivery wasn't quite.
you should, if you can adapt them, you should sing some Macklemore songs. I'm just saying.
Can I?
What is
Like,
local?
how are we sitting? Can I kick Scott under the table?
Sure.
What? These are good songs.
Represent Seattle.
It's
So while
good
you
track.
guys are
So Harriet, what
debating
other
Macklemore,
songs are you going to be working on?
Steve comes up behind you, like half of you, the other half see him come up, and sort of,
Behind me?
yeah, while you're
Okay.
talking. As you're being kicked, which may or may not have anything to do with the fact that Steve was coming up behind you. And sort of looks you all over and smiles and says, hi, those of you who I haven't talked to, welcome to Sanctuary, a little more personally this time. How are y'all feeling about this place?
Good.
I just got here, but I'm glad to feel safe at the moment.
Oh, that's great. We're glad to have you. I heard that you've been playing some music.
Yeah, I mean, again, I've been kind of shaken from the last few days, so I haven't been at my best lately. But I hope to start taking requests and hopefully make some people feel a little better.
Oh, that's great. Sounds like fun. And let's see, James, met you earlier. You're going to work security. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of looks around at the rest of you, and so I noticed that y'all, not all of you, but many of you seem to have some weapons. James said he was pretty good with weapons. What about the rest of you?
I had to
Teacher,
have some
sir.
that survive in the wild, but I'm not actually very good with them. So I'm grateful to have the security team here.
I just have some rocks. I like rocks.
Well, I've got
I-
some knives on me, and I managed to protect myself till I got up here.
I think your alarm's going off.
Yeah. I'm it so that maybe it'll stop.
I'm just a teacher.
Just a teacher, huh? Kind of meets your eyes for a second. Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, I don't know about the teacher amongst you, but I have an interesting request for those of you who might have an idea of how to use some weapons. I didn't really want to bring it up with the group at large, but since maybe you might be able to handle yourself, I thought you might be worth talking to. I just want you to keep it on the down low. That's all right, so we don't scare people. There's been something out in the forest at night screaming. You might have heard it last night.
Yeah, we did hear that.
Just possibly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
we
take a
heard
big
that.
drink.
And well, I've been asking for people who know the local wildlife, and they say it's not anything they've ever heard. It's not a mountain cat, which is what my first thought was. So it sort of seems like maybe it sounds like a woman, but somehow different. And as I'm sure you heard, if it is a woman, she seems to be either terribly angry or terribly afraid. And the screams haven't been happening at the same time every night, but they've been happening every night, and they come from the same direction. So I sent out a couple people a couple nights ago to check it out, but they haven't returned. And if it seems like too much for you, I completely understand, but if you would be willing to go and see what you can do or what's going on, we'd all be terribly grateful. The kids are having a hard time sleeping, and they're just getting more and more scared, and that's no good. And I can definitely send Kenneth or Bo if you want some military backup, and I've got some extra weapons and some armor we've stockpiled lying around if you need anything else to help you with.
That could be very useful. Can I see what you
Yeah.
got?
Yeah, of course.
Do you have I haven't been carrying it around, but I had a bow that helped with getting us some grub on the way up and things, but I've got like 2 arrows left, so it's pretty much useless.
Right.
Do you have any arrows, or maybe a better bow? Maybe it's a short bow, so it's not like a crossbow; it's a bow.
Okay. Probably. We could definitely take a look. I don't typically let people into the armory, of course, but if y'all want to give us a hand, then I'd be more than happy to take you down there and we could see what we could find.
Yeah.
That would be wise
I
if we don't
guess.
know what we're up against.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a couple of hunters that I sent out before who haven't returned, and it's made me a little more nervous, so I thought maybe a bigger group this time would be a good idea. And since y'all seem to know each other, and rare to see a big group that knows each other here. And I know James already approached me about knowing about weapons, so I thought you might be a good group to talk to about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
sure.
As soon as you finish dinner, if you want to just come find me, then I can take you down and we can look at the things. Maybe we can find some better rocks for you.
Yeah, or
Better rock.
maybe just like a baton or a stick or something.
We could probably
That's just
manage
better.
that. Might have some pistols or something if you're comfortable with pistols.
Okay.
All right, yeah, just come find me. Enjoy your dinner. Is there anything I can help you with in the meantime?
Well, I'm good, I think.
All right, I'll see you in a little bit then. Heads off.
Can we before he heads off? Can we just get a really good look at him and see if we
Yeah.
see anything weird about him?
Yeah.
Can we get his vibe?
You can
Can we
do
just-
insight checks if you want to, or investigation checks if you just want to look at him and see what you see.
I want to do an insight check if I can't. If I
Yep.
can find my
Me too.
character sheet. Where's my thing?
Okay, there's that.
I'm apparently really distracted by this thinking about this ghost.
I rolled okay, considering I have a 0 modifier.
Well, to be fair, it did almost kill you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So for the most part, he seems like he's pretty much on the up and up. Like he's concerned about this. Rusty, you get the feeling that there's something going on underneath it. Like he's got some kind of ulterior motive for sending you out. He was looking at Sarah a little bit strangely. Noticed that as well. But other than that, just sort of seems like a charming, nice guy who needs some help.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, it can't hurt to take up his offer of looking at the armory.
Yeah, I'll.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
Yeah. We'll see if there's something interesting in there.
Hey, and I to Pew, Patty. You remember I gave you a dagger, right?
Yeah.
Actually, wait. And I go and I pull out the one that I had with me still that had like it was with like had a cross on it and it was black.
Yeah.
I gave her I think a camo one.
Yeah.
Or the American one. I was like,
I think I
"Here,
had
this
bald
is-
eagle.
This is more your style, and I'll trade you back so you can have like one that fits your outfit."
Oh, thank you.
Maybe she'll actually use it now.
Fashion is always
Maybe.
important in murder.
So and this is just like at the dinner table casually, I guess, at the cafeteria. Like here, I'll trade you knives.
Do we want to do
Definitely
the
a few
stealthily?
people nearby kind of look at you a little bit.
Hey, we've been
Excited.
surviving in some crazy wilderness situations here. It's not that weird.
Anyone else try to get mugged on the way up? Come on now. Yeah, so I just finished up dinner.
Yeah.
Go to find Steve.
Actually, did I finish organizing the library?
No, it's going to be a few days' work.
Okay.
It's not.
All
just
right.
a quick
If I was
turn-in
close
thing.
to finishing, I would want to finish it tonight, but never mind.
You definitely have made big inroads. It looks much better than it did before you started.
After dinner, I want to look around for more people our age, and see whether I can round up any other, like, teenagers or maybe college age people, and just see whether I can start kind of making friends.
Okay. Yeah, there's lots of people. Not as many teenagers, but there's a lot of like college age type people.
Cool.
In fact, probably the majority of people here are that sort of age range.
Okay, I start mingling and just trying to kind of getting to know people and sort of getting comfortable around them, making introductions and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, just make another performance check to see.
Okay.
I mean, for the most part, people are pretty happy to hang out with you. Yeah, and they tend to like you. Pretty much
Okay.
on site. Rapidly becoming very popular.
Yay! That is my goal.
Cool. Are the rest of us going down to the armory in the meantime?
Oh no.
Yeah, let's go down the armory in the meantime.
Okay.
Oh.
So Ronia, you're not going to go down to the armory with.
I'll tell them that if they see something that looks like it might be useful for me, go ahead and grab it, but I want to get to know some people.
Okay.
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 So you go find
I'll
Steve,
go
and
with
he
them.
takes you. It's not really down to the armory so much as it's to another building. And you, like the building is.
Which
Which
one?
building?
yeah.
There are so many.
There? I know there's so many buildings. I don't remember.
Now the zoom's all whack.
Yeah, I'm constantly having to change the zoom.
I know these two are very disproportionate to each other. It's because one is like on a huge scale and one is like on a building scale. Even though I made like, the scale really big, like one square I think is like 300 feet or something. It is in. Let's see. Building. Really? Maybe. It's in building 20.
So all the way up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's kind of right nearby the commune.
Yeah, across catty corner.
Oh
It's a
yeah, okay,
house
across
kind of
kind of kitty
building.
corner. Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know what the little red hash marks are, by the way. Anyway, it's
Distance, maybe?
maybe. Although the whole thing is supposed to be proportional, so I don't know. Like there's actually a arrow thing with numbers.
Maybe they're gates. Maybe they're like closed up gates.
So many gates. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't tell me what those are. So anyway, yeah. So it's in that big warehouse over there, and he takes you over, and it is like really well secured. Like all the other buildings here kind of seem like they're not super secure. Like people kind of go in and out. But this is like really well locked. There's like 3 padlocks, and the doors.
Can I
Heavy. Yeah.
very subtly check to see if there's any snipers on the roofs?
Which one are you checking out?
The one we're going into and like the
Oh.
Number
one across
20.
from it. So like 20 and what was that 15?
Yeah. So roll investigation or stealth, whichever one you want to roll, to see how stealthily you do it, how well you look, whatever.
I will stealth investigate.
Pick the one that is more advantageous to you, but not that great. Okay. You do see, because you know what you're looking for, there is a sniper up on building 15, like across the way, but you don't see any on top of the building you look at. But for sure, well, I guess I can double check, but almost certainly for sure. Yeah, he notices that you're kind of looking up and around at the buildings.
Well, we were invited here, so
Bird watching.
we're not
Just
trying to
bird
sneak
watching.
in.
He looks at you and gives you a little nod, and then proceeds to open up all the padlocks on the door. And
I watch very closely while he does that.
padlocks-
Do you now?
yeah, a couple of them are like combination-y, and one of them is like a key. Clearly they've put some work into trying to make it different sorts of locks. But you roll investigation to see if you can have him roll a sleight of hand. Yeah, unfortunately, you were unable to exactly what he's doing. He's kind of pretty good at hiding as far as the combinations and stuff go.
Okay.
He's better at sneaky than you are.
He's better at rolling a d20 anyway. Probably you had better modifiers. I didn't even have to go look up his. Yeah, so you aren't able to like see what the combinations are, but you're definitely able to see that like 2 of them are a combination and one pulls out like an actual key and unlocks it. And opens up the door, and there's also like this big latching sort of mechanism. And
Wow.
yeah, it's like super secure. And brings you guys in, and you're inside this very large warehouse with some like aisles sort of in the warehouse. And along not all of the aisles, but like a couple of them, there seem to be a number of different weapons. And he brings you over, and you can tell like if you have any idea like what sort of a survivalist compound armory would look like, this is it. Like they have stockpiling weapons, like major weaponry, not like little weapons, but like rocket launchers and stuff.
Okay,
I don't know if I know
scary.
what a survivalist look like, but I've seen a couple zombie movies, so.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of the last good example of this that I saw. Well, I don't know. Not from movies, at least. I mean, I've seen some in real life, but
Yeah, I kind of grew up around. So yeah. I mean, it's not all big weaponry, but there is also big weaponry.
Yikes.
Um,
Oh, but
there's
I'm not
like
here,
heaps of
so.
things. Yeah, you're not there. You don't know. You're all friends with everybody.
Yes.
And so he sort of, there's not as many sort of weapons that are like non-military-ish. Like it's sort of, there aren't like a bunch of daggers and swords and stuff. It's mostly rifles and pistols and
Grenade
grenades
launchers.
and, yeah.
Oh gosh.
He's like, so what do you think you all are looking for?
does it look like there's any lightweight body armor stuff there? or
I
body
want to
armor.
find the heaviest armor they got.
Yeah, you can find like full-on tactical.
Card's gonna go get into one of those bomb suits, and he'll be able to move at 5 feet per round, but have a really high AC.
Yeah, you are able to find like
Diggity dig dig.
full-on like like army battle armor, land warrior armor, according to this website.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if I could find something lightweight that I think would be more protective than my leather jacket, I'll see if I can grab that.
Yeah, like
Anything in kid sizes.
I'll keep an eye out for kid sizes too.
Kid
There are
size
some
armor.
there are some smaller things, but nothing that looks immediately like it's kid-sized.
Is there something my size?
Yeah, there's some things that might fit you.
Okay.
So maybe not like in the heavy armor sort of category, but like very light.
I'm thinking more like Kevlar vest or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, you're able to find a Kevlar vest. That you can
After,
cinch
like,
down to
it-
fit you.
When sometime when we're around the small arms, I'm gonna ask Steven to say, I haven't been, I've seen pistols and rifles before, but I haven't really used them. How would we go about? Do you have someone here that can like train us to use them? I mean, not like maybe for this thing, but like in general,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
if we wanted to learn.
Yeah, there's quite a few ex-military techs here who I'm sure would be happy to teach you. If you're
Oh,
interested
okay.
in security work. If you guys can take care of whatever the situation is, I'm sure everyone will be happy to help.
Okay.
There have been some issues with shooting things lately sometimes. So I don't know if that's something you want to take into account when you're picking out what you'd like to use. We do have, and it kind of leads you around a corner, and there actually are some like non-munition type weaponry. Like around a corner,
So,
it's
like-
not nearly as big of a selection, but
Are there like hunting bows and stuff?
yeah, hunting bows.
Are they nicer?
daggers.
Are they
Hmm?
nicer than the ones I have?
Yeah, there's some really fucking nice hunting bows.
I will happily take one of those and
Okay.
the accompanying, like, ammo
Arrows.
for them. Yeah. So,
Yeah, he's happy to give it to you. Yeah, those seem to work all the time. No problems with those. That's one that I personally brought here because it's a really nice bow. I think you'll enjoy it.
as I'm like kind of, pulling on it, seeing how it feels.
Yeah, it's like a modern, carbon, like just one of those really nice. Great bows.
Ooh.
So,
Because these people aren't terrifying at all.
so is there anything
Right.
else you would like to use?
Oh,
Is there anything that's light armor in black?
Well, we've
Can
got
you even
Kevlar
wear armor?
vests. Those are.
I imagine
black.
a lot of it's black.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of black.
Oh, okay.
your choices are black or camo?
Yeah, pretty much.
So did I find
I've never
a?
understood the point of camo, to be honest.
Oh, it works really well.
Well,
in
you're-
actual.
It
Yeah,
works
no,
really
he's-
well.
He's
Yeah, it works really
colorblind.
well in the woods.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but
it
he's
doesn't, like,
colorblind.
there's
I've
desert
seen
camo
pictures of
and-
people saying, "See how well this person's
Well-
hidden, and they stick out like a sore thumb."
Yeah,
well, you're
that's-
colorblind.
is a ticket,
So-
huh?
well, then the newer digicam and other patterns, because the old camo was just rough color matching,
Right.
but the newer camo does better jobs at like shape matching.
It's better, but it's still not great.
Well, it's
Well,
well,
at least
better
to
than
me.
standing there in bright pink.
For your
true.
superpowers, yes.
Yeah, you've got filters that take away a bunch of the
that's-
noise
that's
effect.
clever. Now I know if I ever
Um,
want to see someone in camo, I just bring someone who's colorblind with me.
Oh,
I wonder if the military has caught on to this.
yes,
have.
they know.
They
They
legitimately
definitely
use
know.
colorblind people as camo
Do
spotters.
they? That's interesting.
And it's
Oh.
not that we see it any better. It's just that because we already don't see colors, we've spent our entire lives training ourselves to look at patterns.
Ah, okay.
So it's a skill,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
not a
So
well. Learn
Did
something
we-
new every day.
did I find something that would work better than my leather jacket?
Yeah, anything that you are interested in as far as like armor, they probably have it. So,
Cool.
Okay.
As long as I can keep moving, so like light armor that's more than +1.
Yeah, like you could probably find like a Kevlar vest, like others have found, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
police vest or whatever.
Like suit.
Question: if I me putting on the vest, am I able to move my arm? Do I have a good movement? 'Cause
Are
I
you
am a-
proficient in light armor.
I'm not sure.
Probably not.
What
Probably
class are you?
Wizard.
I think
Wizard.
that
No,
gives
you are
you.
not.
I think it like affects your speed and your like,
My
dexterity
spellcast.
checks and stuff.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I will double check it, but I don't think.
I
that
don't
you are
think
able
so.
to use armor.
Yeah.
So you try
I'm-
it, and
I'm pretty
it's,
sure
like,
I'm not.
super uncomfortable and weird. Like you don't feel like.
You should
Yeah.
put
I'm
her-
trying to like wave my arms and do like weird things over my little corner,
Yes, armor.
and I'm like, none. Okay, I'm gonna take it off and just go. Okay, no, I can't do that.
I'm gonna try and find a nice heavy-duty pistol, more for intimidation factor than actually using.
Okay, yeah, you find like I don't know some kind of Glock or whatever you.
Yes.
They've got it. They've got like everything basically.
May I have one of these knives?
Yeah, sure.
I gave you a
That's the
knife.
best you want.
You gave me a cheap little, or I don't know. Is there a weapon that's easy to use for a novice?
Probably not a knife. Maybe a pistol.
A pistol? Yeah.
Use whatever you want.
Sure.
But I don't know if I'd start anyone out with a knife.
What kind of pistol would you recommend?
Well,
For someone who has no idea what they're doing.
you're fairly small, so probably one of the ladies even have. He goes and looks around, like looking, sort of eyeing through like pistols, and then he kind of pulls one out and he's like, "Here, why don't you try this? See how that feels."
Oh, it's heavy.
Yeah, they are.
You sound surprised.
Am I holding it right?
Well, not when you hold it up like that. No.
Sorry.
Maybe
You
we should-
said there's people that can teach me how to use this, right?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
Lots of people would be happy to teach you.
I guess I'll pick out a pistol also because we're gonna get instruction at some point probably.
Don't you have a pistol?
I guess.
There's one in my bag, but I'm not letting them know that.
Fair enough. Yeah,
And I guess we need bullets?
if you want to use it, probably. If you're not ready to use it without training, then you might not want to load it yet. Wait till you're trained.
Okay.
But so you might want to find something else for tonight if you're going out tonight. If you don't know how to use it, unless one of you can teach them teach each other how to use it. I mean, I'd be happy to teach you, but it would take a little bit.
Yeah, maybe we just
Maybe I'll just
wait
hold on
on
to
that.
this and take lessons later.
All right. Then yeah, maybe we'll hold off on the bullets. They're also very heavy. And you wanted to take a dagger, perhaps? Brings you back over to the dagger and pulls out a couple of really nice, really well-weighted daggers. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily the best way to learn how to use a weapon, but if you feel comfortable with it,
I
I'm a little less
immediately
worried
am
about
just
you
like
shooting yourself with a dagger. What's that? Sorry.
I noticed this and immediately am like, well, I've used mine quite a bit, and are they noticeably nicer and better? Because I will, if she doesn't want them, I want them, or at
There's
least
more
one.
if you want to take a different one.
Oh yeah, I'll take.
Oh, so he's handing these to me? Okay, yeah.
I'll take a
We'll take
pair of
them
them for
all.
myself.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so you each get 2 new daggers.
And I
Grabbing a couple of combat knives wouldn't be
do I
bad
still have
idea.
the pistol?
Yeah, I mean, you kept it. He didn't give you any bullets for it.
Yeah. Can I see where the bullets are?
They're just on a different shelf. There's a whole wide range of bullets that you probably don't know which one goes to your gun, though.
I might.
All right, and is that everything you guys are wanting to get for now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I try to stealthily lift a pack of bullets?
Yeah, do a sleight of hand check.
Can we reach the shelf?
And
Bite
if you
me.
think you know what kind of bullet you want to use, you might also want to do a intelligence check.
There was nothing.
Someone who was raised with weapons, I still get confused over what bullets to use for what gun. Okay. You do know what you want.
Yeah, I should hope so.
Stealth or
With
sleight of
my
hand?
roll.
The teacher's more streetwise than we thought, guys.
Right? Sleight of hand.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't see why you'd try to sneak them when you're already taking
Yeah, they're
them.
offering, but that's okay. See what happens.
Okay. So you stealthily, perhaps, manage to pull up some weapons.
Oh, is there like a flask? Like a military guide's flask? Or like a
Not
water
that you
bottle?
immediately see. There are some canteens.
I'm gonna grab a canteen.
We have water bottles for sure.
Yeah, you have lots of water bottles.
From-
You might not have like
but-
military canteens, which
but-
these are.
But the canteens will be opaque,
Yes.
so there's that.
Very
Yes,
heavy-duty
that's
plastic. Believe me, I could show you. I still have 2 of them. Actually, I don't know if I do. I think the canteens I had to give back.
I have one somewhere, but
That's what I'm grabbing. I need a canteen because I.
You gotta stay hydrated. Kind of laugh a little bit.
Hi.
Yeah, that's why she wants it.
Do I notice if he's eyeing me suspiciously or anything?
Do an insight check.
did I notice her try to steal? Should I make a perception check? Because I was right there with him.
You don't notice if he is looking at you strangely. He's kind of laughing at you. And yes, you saw her steal bullets.
Okay. So yeah, I picked up a vest. I didn't see anything for Ronya, really. I don't think.
You might be able to like put her in something that you can wrap down. It might not be super comfortable.
I was thinking backpack, Kevlar backpack.
Yeah, I know. It's like you're strapping me to somebody.
Well, you know, like you like
Sounds fun.
practical vests you can sort of
Like
pull
we
it
grab a
size
helmet and she
little
just sits in the helmet.
Keep
Wears
your
it like a
butt
turtle
covered.
shell.
Sounds entertaining, if nothing else.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
turtle.
I mean, you could probably like get her some kind of like leather jacket or something. Maybe not from here, but in general, that might be helpful.
Here's a question: when I was in the little expedition party meeting earlier, did they set a time to leave in the morning?
Yeah, each group was setting out at a different time. They weren't like
Okay.
all universal.
All right. I just wanted to know if I had a schedule in the morning or not.
Oh, did you volunteer for one of the groups?
I would have, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's internally, I'm going to tell you guys, this may be surprising, but internally, Rusty's internal dialogue of, I get to go break into cars and steal things for a job is secretly like something amazing. So
We're shocked.
Secretly. We've met you.
So when he was
I
talking
don't
to
know what
Artie,
his
that was what he
internal
was
dialogue.
really thinking, what his idea dog was.
I just haven't overtly said it yet, but
Yeah, so whenever
Not like
you
I'm
would have
hiding it.
scheduled to leave in the morning is when
Okay.
you're scheduled for.
cool.
Okay.
Um,
So
Okay. So, if you're all done in the ammo or the big warehouse, escorts you back out, locks it back up. Unfortunately, it doesn't like do combinations to lock it up, so you don't get an opportunity what those are. And let's see. Okay, so who got what? Because I'm going to tell you what you got as far as they do.
Okay.
I picked up a vest, like the whatever light armor, and then 2 daggers, and then the bow
Okay.
with a quiver and arrows.
Okay. So the Kevlar vest, for those of you who have one, the armor class on that is 12 plus your Dex modifier.
Okay.
Sorry if my
Um,
screen just got messed up. I need to type.
The daggers, those of you who took daggers, are so well made that they are actually going to be +1 daggers.
Okay. They didn't have any of the sword equivalents, did they?
Fortunately, they had some
Wouldn't
bayonets,
think so.
but those aren't the same at all.
No, wouldn't think so.
Mm-mm.
Mike.
And the bow that you got is also a +1. So.
Sweet.
And my
Oh, that's-
canteen is just a canteen.
It's a +1 canteen to
It
opaqueness.
is
It's
a
a +1
+1 canteen to keeping you from not having alcohol.
As long as you don't let me see you using it.
And
Hey, if it's a +1 canteen, you can bash a banshee over the head with it.
Maybe.
and
Possibly.
if you got like military sort of warrior armor, James, then your new AC is 17.
What
Plus
does
whatever
it
you're
count
shooting.
as heavy?
Yeah.
Good. That means I no longer have a dex penalty either.
Yes, you have heavy armor with an AC of 17, as long as your strength is over 13, which I assume it is.
Oh yeah.
But you do have a disadvantage to stealth.
Yeah, I'm
as
used to
is
that.
The case with heavy armor.
17, that's interesting because that's better than chainmail, but not as good as plate.
Yeah, this is just a thing that I don't know. That seems.
Yeah, it was a modern armor adaptation for
Yeah, I'm
5e.
totally just using that exact thing.
Yeah, I understand.
Because
How
it's
about
really
the,
good.
The pistols.
Pistol's just a pistol.
Yeah, what does a pistol do?
As we're
That's not in
walking
my
back-
book.
Oh, as far as damage. I was like, it's
Yeah.
a pistol. It's not a magic pistol. It's just a pistol.
Mm-mm.
So essentially, the +1 weapons are magical as far as
Hmm.
that goes. So the pistol does 1d6 plus your dex modifier. So it's basically like a crossbow.
Okay.
Except it's loud.
That is loud.
Bang bang. It goes bang bang.
Bang boom boom.
I don't know. I might change my mind
Right.
and decide they do more damage to make up for the loud, but for now I'm just going to have them be basically some various bow types. So now that you are all, well, most of you are weapon and armored up, I think we can call it a night.
Ronya's gotta leave.
'Cause,
Yeah,
some of us
I
have
gotta go.
schedules.
The only thing I
Social
do
lives.
on the way back is once we're away from Steve in the buildings, I lean over to Sarah and I'm like, I saw you take those. That's all I say.
Yeah.
And if there is fallout from that, we will
Like I say
discuss that next
quietly,
week.
but
Along
yeah.
with, if you ever want to look at what you looted.
Yeah, we still need to look at that stuff
Darn.
we needed to
Well,
record.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I
I'm gonna write
I
that
also
in the
forgot
chat.
to check. I don't necessarily need to use a sword. Any large melee type weapon would work.
Oh, you could
Uzi?
probably
Is
find
that-
something. Oh, really? What?
Like
Let
a
me-
machete?
Yeah, there's
What about a
probably
mach-
some machetes, especially because
Yeah,
you're in an
machete or
area that
something.
overgrows very quickly.
Yeah.
Like when we tried to chase that music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
machete
need a
would be
machete
like
to get
a
anywhere over there.
would be like a
Or
cutlass
large
something.
hammers or
Yeah, I'm gonna say there was.
I'd say machete's more likely than a
I
large
wanna
hammer.
see-
to be in a place
I want
like
to see
this.
Card go to
Sure.
town with a giant sledgehammer on some ghosts.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh. That could be funny.
If you want to take a machete, we could sort of say it was a scimitar as far as weapon stats goes. That's not great.
Yeah.
yeah.
There was. Maybe there is a great axe in there, just for fun. Somebody really liked the
Had a
look of
flair
it.
for the dramatic.
It's not going to be super awesome great because it's really just a pretty weapon.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be a +1. But yeah, there's a great axe there if you want it.
Why not?
Okay.
Someone
Not
brought
like
it
to do
back
that
from their
like
family
many
estate in
But-
Scotland.
I'm not
Okay,
trying
well,
to
I
like,
really have
make
to
it
run.
hard for you, James. I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah,
what
I
would
know.
actually be there, or Dan,
I know.
whatever.
I know.
I've got to go. I'm going to cut it late
Yep.
right now, so
Okay.
I got to take
Okay.
off. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
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 And with that, I'm gonna stop the stream because it's gonna disappear and I'll get weird in just a moment. As far as
Oh,
cameras
as soon as
go.
she.
Yeah, I'm just wait. Well, I'll just
Okay.
go. Okay, bye.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go to the game over screen. Thanks everybody for watching. We're gonna just listen to the intro, outro, the new music that I have picked again. And if you have, does anyone have anything they want to say, I guess, before I just arbitrarily end everything? No? Okay.
No, I think we discussed
I'm
things.
good.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a really great day. And yeah, that's all.
This is getting
See
good.
you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.